Hey guys, welcome to Livestream, those of you who are here. So today we're gonna continue the Warhammer I campaign that we started the other day. And it looks like we might actually be able to finish the whole thing and go full map completion. Because there's not that many more settlements to go. Obviously we're filthy rich. How many armies do I have? 10. Oh my god. Yeah, that's right. We gotta deal with this at some point. Okay, Where is Legend of Total War? I am right here. Can you show dry chat? I cannot, sorry. Nope, not yet. Are you now allowed to do any new DLC content? Not yet. I believe I can like show them in battle. In like custom battles, that's about it, and I don't find that valuable, so I'm not gonna spend 6 hours doing that. Alternative name for the DLC: Throt and the Thought. Yeah, that's not gonna really impress anyone, but good thinking.
No mercy. Your request is reasonable.
Alright, so I think what I want to do... Where's Durthu? I think what I want to do with Durthu is bring him back to Waterfall Palace and recruit an actual Doomstack. All I've been doing in this entire campaign has been recruiting Glade Guard, and it's worked. We've auto-resolved like 99% of the battles. Hey, it works. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? But, I think we'll, well, it's gonna take a little while. Can I put an edict? No, I can't. Alright. Lewis handed a $5 super chat. Drinking game for tonight's stream. Take a drink every time someone asks Legend a question he still can't answer because of the embargo. I don't know. What can you do? This is what happens every single time with DLC. There's restrictions of what we can and can't talk about. Can and can't talk about. And people come on, they ask a question, I can't answer it, and then they're like, disappointed. It's like, it's not my fault. Can't talk about stuff. What the hell happened? You expanded like crazy when I left. You were at war with Orion? Yeah, well, we put a stop to that. You must have been gone for a while. Oh, you got some treatment. Ah, Amber. Get rid of this. Yuck. Look at all this Amber usage. Get rid of that. We need to spend it on other things. Alright. And yeah, I'll go capture Bordello. It looks like Alberic got smashed. Is there any other game which you enjoy playing in your free time off stream? Oh yeah, lots of games. Just none that I could probably successfully stream, that's all.
Praise of Cardos, I will.
Why do people think your NDA does not apply to them? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not psychic, I don't know what other people think. Gearhead 6.2 did a $5 super chat. I have a confession to make. Remember all those greenskin lords who would post super chats in your stream? Yeah, those were all me. It's okay, dude. That's fine. Take the super chat. Yeah, they were fucking annoying, but who honestly would enjoy reading a book written in greenskin? Once upon a time, I was getting the gits together, and then we are going to go smash some gits. And just like 200 pages of that. it's fucking horrible to read. But anyway, thanks for the super chat, appreciate you. Are there more regiments written down this campaign, or was it updated? Warhammer 1 has not been updated since it came out. The only regiment of renowns are these ones. It's the same 6. So the new regiment of renowns that will be included in the DLC are not applied to Warhammer 1. They brought character to the stream. Yeah, shit character. It's fine. Could you imagine a book written in greenskin? God damn. It's a good thing greenskins can't write. I'll read Pride and Prejudice as it was written by a greenskin. Heck, I'd actually read it then. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Not me. So, do we still have that Confederation penalty? Yeah, we do. Alright. How likely are we to have any revolts? Guaranteed. Unless I exempt it. I need to fix this up right away. Man, the supply lines in this just don't cripple you like they do in Warhammer 2. Which I am thankful for. Alright, that seems... Hang on, let me see here again. That one there looks like it's going to revolt unless I untax it. Does Skaven get buffed or nerfed with Throt? I can't talk about it. Fucking hell, man. It's just... You have to wait. Look at hell. I wish I could tell you. I really do wish I could tell you. And I have things to say about it. But I can't yet. You just have to wait. Silent Gasp is a $5 super chat. Can the AI use the teleport feature for the Wood Elves? I don't believe so. Thanks for super chat though. God damn it. I know you can't talk about the DLC, but what does the DLC change for this faction? I fucking can't tell you. When can you talk about Throt? Tomorrow. Maybe. I'll have a look into it. Alright, that should all be okay there. I don't think we need this one here anymore. Because it's just ruined dwelling. And if the greenskins attack us, whatever. Am I allied with them? No. What agreements do I have with anyone? Okay, I got military access with them. So, yeah, we could continue attacking them, just using what we got. Recruiting and global, we can get a few Glade Guard, I suppose, into this. Or I could just wait for them to get back up here. There's no rush. They got a couple of settlements that we could make use of. And then there's also this one over here that we probably need to deal with. Oh, and that reminds me as well, the Oak of Ages. Oh yeah, we started on that. Okay. Alright, so I think what we should also do is have some armies at the entrances of the forests in preparation for the next wave of beastmen. So there's a few ways in, and we can't really rely on any allies to go deal with them anymore since I cancelled all my alliances in order to get Orion. Alright, let's move on to the next turn. What time is it in Australia? It is, well, for where I am, it's 16 past midnight. Dmitry Lvov did a 100 ruble super chat. I know you can't talk about DLC, but how do you like new Skaven units? Yeah, okay. Thanks, super chat. I promise I will tell you when I can. Okay, I don't know what I can tell you about them right now. So they showed us Sisters Let's Play, but you still can't play as them? No, but I think I think tomorrow. I think tomorrow's where we're going to be able to showcase sisters. Yeah.
The Oak of Ages is the source of all life in the forest. Treat it with care, and it will flourish. Neglect it.
Up. That guy. Yeah, so there's that entrance there. The beastmen tend not to use the beast path that much. I mean, they will use it, just not that much. DJDK did a $2 Super Chat Legend. Which is better, war wagons or giants? Oh man, I don't know. It's hard to compare since no faction that can recruit war wagons can recruit giants. So they're kind of hard to compare. But if I had to choose one over the other, I'd probably go with war wagons.
Blood for Cain! Yes!
I hope we get a Throt stream soon. Yeah, I'll definitely cover Throt. All in due time, guys. I will definitely cover Throt. Okay, we've got a 20-turn guide coming out tomorrow for Sisters of Avalorn. I mean, Sisters of Twilight. Did it on purpose. And then that'll follow up a live stream. So tomorrow, the 20-turn guide is going to be for Mortal Empires, but I'm going to live stream Vortex. And then on Thursday, it's D-Live. There's a limited amount of time that I can spend actually showcasing DLC tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to have enough time to properly cover both Sisters and Throt. And since there's something in the Throt campaign that I have to actively avoid until Friday, I'm just going to wait until Friday, and then I can showcase it completely unrestricted. So on Friday, so that is 3-ish days from now, I'll have a 20-turn guide for Throt for Mortal Empires, and we'll be covering him on Mortal Empire, on Vortex, on a live stream. So, if you're wondering why I didn't live stream yesterday, is because I'm in a mad rush getting 2 of these done, which is, like, getting 1 done is a pain in the ass. Getting 2 done was a fucking nightmare. Not because it's difficult, but because I have to, it's not like it's just a let's play. You have to figure out that, I have to go through the campaign multiple times in order to figure out what the best start would be. That just takes time. So I've been, like, today, for example, I was all day playing Throt, which is fine, but it was just all day. The Big Sneeze did a $5 super chat. People be like, I know you can't reveal this about the DLC, but can you reveal this about the DLC? Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's fair enough. I mean, I understand the curiosity. You know, I totally get it. It's fine. I'm more frustrated that I can't tell you that you guys are curious. So, that's all. Thanks for super chat. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah, and on top of that, we're also going to be doing Legendary Lord comparisons for Wood Elves and Skaven, okay? Before the DLC comes out. Those videos have yet to be recorded. So yeah, me and my team, as in me and my wife, we are working double time to make sure that you guys have all the information that you need to purchase the DLC or not. Did you find new cheese on the Wood Elves? I did, but I'm not going to talk about it just yet. Yeah, Reddit be like, haha, legend, no more cheese for you. And I'm like, bitch, there's new cheese. There's new cheese. I found, it's not necessarily new cheese, but they have a new cheese. I won't tell you what it is right now, but yeah, it's pretty tasty. It's not as good as Bankruptcy no attrition cheese. That was goddamn delicious. Yeah, that was the most OP thing ever. So yeah, it's not as good as that, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Not a Rooster did a $2 super chat. Never seen a mini campaign for Warhammer 1. Looks cool. Yeah, that's alright. That's like it's something different. Well, I can't really cover Warhammer 2 right now. Thanks for the upcoming stuff. No worries, my pleasure. Can you say how many turns deep you have gotten into any of the new campaigns? Okay, I think I can tell you that. I'm currently, like, I finished recording the 20-turn guide for Throt, for Mortal Empires. I finished recording it last night, and I continued playing it today, so that I could go deeper into the campaign and try and find, you know, more cheese. Or more specifically, try and fight the Chaos Invasion and see what it's like, because I put it on Legendary difficulty for the Chaos Invasion. People are saying that it spawns 12 armies. So I'm also looking at any of the like balances changes, see if like any units got nerfed that I just wasn't aware of. So I'm at about turn 60 in my Throt campaign now. Just, you know, mucking around, just testing things out. Ikid is the best in my opinion because he hella buffs weapon teams and reduces upkeep cost. Anybody else in mind? We'll talk about that at a later date. Don't want to talk about who's the best or not because spoilers. Alright, so yeah, this one, these two will patrol here. You just wait there. And we need to make sure we don't have any revolts. Does that new cheese compensate for the nerf, or is the nerf too big for the Elves? It does not compensate for the nerf. No. I feel like I should go into detail about why, like, there's been a big panic about the nerf, okay? And I think part of it is that I haven't really been able to explain in detail why it's a nerf. Some people only take one thing that I say. Oh, they're just complaining that the cheese is gone, therefore it's a nerf. There's a lot of things that were really fucked up for the Wood Elves, and you have to take everything into consideration. If you look at just one thing and be like, oh, there's the nerf, I hate them now. That's just not the case. When you look at the big picture with the Wood Elves, as in when you're playing the full Mortal Empires campaign, they are weaker than they were before. And it's not any one reason, okay? Sure, they have an economic nerf. Alright, that's not that big of a deal. But there's more than that. They've also got a diplomatic nerf. And also, because of the new mechanics, you are forced to fragment your empire, which is a nerf. Because, like I was saying the other day, Mortal Empires is a game against the AI, right? You know, single player, that is. And the AI behaves a certain way. And the AI doesn't change their behavior just because you're playing Wood Elves, right? And you need certain tools and understanding on how the AI behaves. Now, the problem is with this nerf is that the tools that you are given does not account for how the AI behaves. And I think when people play the Wood Elf update, especially Taliesin and Arguelon on the 3rd of December and beyond, they are going to find in their late campaigns that the Wood Elves are a limp dick noodle. Okay? In the early game, you're not going to notice it. You're not going to notice it. If you're playing on lower difficulties, you're not going to notice it. But the later you get into a campaign, you're going to realize how fucking hamstrung you are. Dmitry Lvov did a 100 ruble super chat. Tretch is the best. Yes, yes. Thanks for super chat. And the reason for this is because previously they didn't have a plateau to their income. They could keep capturing more outposts and just get a little bit of extra income here and there, right? Now that income plateaus fairly early on, and once you hit that plateau, that's it, you know? That's as rich as you're going to get, and you're just going to have to make do with what you've got. And it's not enough to defend 8 different forests. Especially against all the enemies that you're likely going to have throughout a campaign. So, unless you are a brilliant diplomatic player, people are going to get fucked up in the late campaign. Who else do you think will be affected by public order changes? Hard to say. I think everybody's going to be affected by public order changes. Especially factions that like revolts. Which is basic. Well, it depends. Like I said, it's weird, this one, because it makes it very difficult to predict when a revolt is actually going to occur, since there's scaling public order problems. It makes it very difficult to predict. Which isn't bad, it's just like I said, it just makes it difficult to predict. So, are the nerfs really that bad? No, the nerfs are not that severe. But here's the thing. The Wood Elves were already one of the weakest races in the game. Okay. You gotta... there's another thing I have to distinguish as well. Okay, because I was actually watching one of Turin's videos, and I was reading the comments, right? And people seem to think that I was like, oh, they got rid of the unlimited armies that you could get by just being broke. Cheese. And that's the nerf. No. I'm talking about the nerf as if there was no exploit, as in you're not exploiting the game, okay? So just exclude all of the exploits, the you know, Talon of Kurnos stacking, the bankruptcy cheese. Just forget about all that. Just pretend that didn't exist. Same thing with the backspace exploit. Forget about that. I didn't even include that. All right, the Wood Elves, if played, you know, without using exploits, has been nerfed. Okay. They're weaker than they were before. But you'll have to play it for yourself to notice it, because, like, I saw it. Like, I reached a fairly late campaign in one of my campaigns, and I was like, I'm fucking hamstrung. And I was like, you know, I feel like I had played a strong campaign up until that point. I was like, huh, they don't want you to enter turn 100. So, from what I saw was that basically you'll hit turn 100 and realize, I can't really do anything else now. Alright, I guess I'll just start a new campaign. And if that's what you want, awesome. I think a lot of people are going to like the Wood Elf update. But I also think a lot of people are not going to like it. I think it's really hit and miss. And I think the people that are going to like it are the people who play on low difficulties. Because they're not going to notice any difference, right? They're really not going to notice much of a difference. People who play on the higher difficulties, you are going to notice a difference. There has never been a bigger disparity between normal difficulty and legendary than there will be coming with the update. The gap is widening. You have to be better at the game now to handle legendary. It's getting harder. And that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, it is getting harder. Just be prepared for it. You're going to have to work harder if you want to win. Nothing wrong with that. Like, I won my campaigns. That was fine. It was harder, but I got through it. Still not the hardest campaign in the game. But the problem is that I felt weak throughout the campaign. It's just like, wow, I just feel weak. You know when you get to a point in most of your campaigns where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm strong. And it's usually around like turn 50. Like when I'm playing High Elves, I'm like, I reach a point around, say, turn 50 or 40, 50. I'm like, starting to get Sisters of Avalon, starting to get Entrepreneurs. And then I'm like, yeah, I've won. That doesn't happen with the Wood Elves. It's like, turn 50, I'm like, oh, shit. What do I do? That's what you do. That's what it's like. It's like, okay, well, I have no tools to work with here. Okay. Shall I leave Athel Loren poorly defended while I go and take a lesser forest? It's up to you. Harder for all races or just Wood Elves? Harder for Wood Elves disproportionately to the other races. I haven't played all the other ones. There's been a bit of a rebalancing, right? Where Lords and Heroes are more expensive now than they used to be, which means you're going to have fewer armies, especially if you have Lords and Heroes in your armies normally. Some people don't ever recruit Heroes, so they're probably not going to notice that much. But Heroes, without increasing their value, they're like 3 times more expensive. So you're going to have fewer Heroes, or they're just going to cost you more. It also seems like because of the public order rework, buildings are going to be slightly more expensive, but it also seems like, just slightly on Legendary difficulty, that the AI's cheats have been reduced to compensate for that. Now, it seems to me like every other faction in the game, because I went and looked at a couple of them, all of their economies are exactly the same. So, everybody is still making the same amount of money, with the exception of Wood Elves, who are making less. And because their tech tree is worse than it was before, they're hamstrung, in my opinion. But you won't notice it until the late campaign. I don't know what to build here. I know, I'll just get those global buffs. How does making lords and heroes more expensive help the player because of the AI income and upkeep bullshit? It's not there to help the player. It's obviously there to... Look, for the longest time now, recruiting shitloads of heroes has been very powerful. I think they want you to recruit heroes, but they want you to recruit fewer heroes. So that's why they've increased the upkeep cost. I think they've increased the upkeep cost by too much. Most heroes are still well worth it to get it, even at that price, but some heroes are just totally not worth it now. An example of that is the Waystalker. The Waystalker used to be really good, and since you no longer need it to maintain public order, I'm just finding I'm just not recruiting Waystalkers, because like the value that they provide in battle on Legendary difficulty, especially in the late campaign, it's just not there anymore. It's like, this unit costs more than a fucking tree man, and it's getting fewer kills, it's super squishy, he doesn't have Talon of Kurnos anymore, it doesn't, you know, faction, army-wide Talon of Kurnos. I'm just like, he's not providing any serious buffs, I'm just not recruiting him. So what you're going to find now is, by increasing the upkeep cost by this extent, people are going to recruit the Dreg heroes, the ones at the bottom of the value list, a lot less. So some other examples of this are Witch Hunters, Empire Captains. I still think I'll get Warrior Priests. Definitely still going to get Wizards. You're always going to get Wizards. Wizards are the best heroes, right? I can't talk about Skaven heroes. Let's see. High Elf, you can do whatever you want with the High Elves. Their economy can sustain it no matter what. Same thing with the Dark Elves. They can sustain it no matter what, so that's not a problem for them. Same thing with Tomb Kings, not a problem for them. They don't pay for anything. You know what? I think the Tomb Kings are actually coming out on top here, because increasing their Lord and Hero upkeep by 100% is still 0. So I think they might actually come out on top. Not sure though. Who's another one? Dwarfs. Dwarf, Runesmiths, and Thanes, I reckon, are going to be very... I haven't looked at it, but you're going to be like, I don't know if I can justify that value anymore. Having like a hero front line, you might actually be better off just putting Ironbreakers in there now, because the expenses. But the Dwarf economy is not terrible, so you can get a couple, it's okay. Hero spamming with Dwarfs was never really a big thing. Paladin spamming with Bretonia. Paladins will probably end up being more expensive than a Hippogriff Knight, so... Then again, they don't suffer from supply lines, so you could still do it, but it's going to be a lot less valuable than it was before. Greenskins, Black Orc Big Bosses. I don't see the point in recruiting them now. If they, I haven't played a Greenskin campaign, but if their upkeep cost has increased in line with everyone else's, I don't see any value in a Black Orc Big Boss at all. They are too expensive if they're in line with the others. So yeah. Mothballs did a $5 super chat. Missed yesterday. Great stream today. Alright, thanks dude. Thanks super chat. I'd say you should probably pin a comment about you not being able to talk about DLC so people don't ask about it constantly. Alright. If nothing else, it will stop people from telling me to pin a comment. Okay. What are some other races? Beastmen? I don't know if they're... I don't know. Their economy's always sucked. Rapant says minus 50% upkeep for heroes. That should be okay. Yeah, that'd be okay for her. Yeah,
Can I
that yeah.
offer assistance?
I mean, now essentially she'll just be paying the normal amount for heroes. Now you'd be looking at paying about 200 to 300 for a paladin, not 600 for a paladin. Is Crooked Moon the hardest legendary campaign? No, not since the update. The hardest legendary difficulty campaign is one of the Beastmen factions. Trying to finish a Beastmen campaign on legendary difficulty is just really, really difficult. Although the update might have actually helped the Beastmen quite a lot, because if the AI is recruiting fewer armies, and since they don't have any economic buildings, maybe it's better for them now. I don't know. I have no intention of playing Beastmen again for a little while, because that was not fun. They're just a really shit race. These guys have no military force, so let's get ready to go smash them. I know I'm not spending much time playing, but there's a lot of questions here. When can you show DLC? I will show some stuff tomorrow. Can you get over there? Yeah, we're gonna go pick a fight with Bastone. So those beastmen are probably still in there somewhere. I'm really not attached to Orion's army. So yeah, I'm just not attached to it. It's fine, whatever. Let's move on. Yeah, whatever. Do you know the new update? Do you know the new upkeep costs of powerful legendary lords like Kolek, Tyrion, and Krokar? No. There's so many changes. I haven't memorized it. I've really been focusing on Wood Elves and Skaven. That's about it. I haven't checked everything else, but from what I can tell, it has affected every race more or less. Basically, just if you go into your game now and look at the upkeep cost of your heroes, just multiply that by 2.5, and that's pretty much what it's going to be. It's pretty much just a sweeping 2.5%. 250% upkeep cost increase. When does the Drycheck campaign drop? Oh my god, Drycheck embargo drop. When? Like 3 or 4 days, something like that. I'm not going to be covering that right away, though, but I will cover her eventually. Yeah, that'll take a few turns, but it's okay. So we know it. Alright, so this one's... Oh, he went and recruited some more units, whatever. I feel like I'm just going around in circles until we send an actual consolidated force over there, but I also think it's fine for that to be the case. He just goes around and keeps blowing up these settlements, because there's just going to be more Beastmen coming in soon, as soon as we get rid of it.
Bow before the rightful lords of this land, and I'll hear you.
Ah, you come here in desperation, yes?
Oh, what? No, I'm not paying you that much. I'll pay you 3 grand. Get fucked. God damn, he drives a hard bargain. I just want to bypass the reliance. Alright, fine. How about 5,000? I think that's a good deal. Jesus. Alright, maybe I should talk to somebody else. Talk about being unreasonable.
What are you good swans?
Jesus. Nobody wants me to go to war with Bastode. Come on. I'll offer you the same thing I offered to Moussalon. Alright, at least you showed. Who would have thought greenskins would be more reasonable than vampires? Zebralu did a $5 super chat. Dumb question, but do you prefer Vlad or Manfred's banner? Red on black or black on red? Love your stuff. I prefer Vlad's. I like red. Sorry, black on red as opposed to the other way around. Yeah, thanks for the chat. The Beastman destroyed my capital Nagron on level 3. Does it make sense to play? It's up to you.
Proud daughter of Athel Lauren. Can I offer assistance?
Yeah, we win. Legend of Total Order Resolve. Just see it. Did Wild Hunt change? Yes. In my opinion, the Wild Hunt with the update is crap. That's in my opinion. I've heard some other content creators say that they think it's good, but I've yet, like, could somebody explain to me how it's good? Like, in my opinion, the bonuses are shit. They're like garbage, like real, truly rubbish. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I'm not looking at it right. I mean, 20% reduced upkeep costs for cavalry. I mean, that's great. Considering I never recruit cavalry. Yeah, I don't see any value in the Wild Hunt event at all. I mean, it happens automatically, so it's not like it's any effort. But yeah, you just gotta stay there a couple more turns. But yeah, I don't know, I just don't see it. Okay, you can get through this without revolting. I don't know. You know, I'm not infallible. It's quite possible that I'm overlooking something, but, you know, I was looking at the stats and I just didn't see anything good about it. At all. It's, you know what's going to benefit? It's going to benefit people who play on, like, lower difficulties and build themed armies. That's fine. That's totally fine. That doesn't mean it's good. Like, effective. Cool. That's, you know... You know, if they want to balance that stuff around like lower difficulties, all good. It's like, yeah, there's pretty much no amount of bonus that you can give to some of those units that I would ever recruit them in the campaign, though. It's like, you forgot to add trash crap shit EDC. Yeah, like yeah, like, it doesn't, like, it pretty much doesn't matter what buffs you gave to some of those units. I'd never recruit them. But look, it's 50% reduced upkeep. I don't care, I'm not getting it. Due to supply lines, any sort of, like, major upkeep cost reduction is almost trivial. Because it's additive and subtractive. So, for example, if there's a 20% upkeep cost reduction, right? And you have 3 supply lines, so you got 3 armies. That upkeep reduction isn't even covering the supply lines, meaning you're still paying full price for them. So it's like, well, I can have these guys at full price now. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm still gonna get tree men. I don't care if I'm paying more for tree men. They're so fucking strong. They'll win every single battle.
Dark times.
And that's a big problem. Like, they put in these new stats with the officers, and I'm just not gonna use it. What about collision update? I didn't notice any difference really. I was playing around with some like heavy mass units. I'm not gonna say which ones they were, and I was throwing people around quite a lot, and I was like, I can't really see any difference. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's there, maybe it isn't, but like I said, I was using these high mass units, and it was just, yeah, it felt more or less the same. Do you think the Wood Elves still need to map paint in the update? You kind of, okay. Currently, it is possible to paint the map with the Wood Elves. It's not easy because their outposts are very difficult to defend, and you have to play a very strong diplomatic game. In the late campaign, though, your economy will start to snowball if you keep building the economic buildings in your outposts. Eventually, all those extra 2% start adding up, and you make a ton of extra cash. Okay, you basically start the campaign green, then go into red, and then go into the green again. But the way it goes with the Wood Elves now, with the update, you'll start the campaign green, maybe slip into the red every now and again, but more or less, the first, say, 60 turns, you'll stay in the green, and then you'll plateau. And going out and making outposts, you're going to get further and further into the red. So I think you could do it, but it's going to be a lot more tedious than it was before because you're going to have fewer armies and you're going to have fewer friends as well because there's diplomatic nerfs for the Wood Elves. Commander Walker did a $2 super chat. Can you do a hero ranking for every faction? No, I'm not doing that right now. Fuck that. That's no. Thanks for super chat though. Appreciate you. That's too much effort. Amber was like Whoopstone for the Wood Elves before the update. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry if I'm taking a long time. I'm just trying to make sure I don't screw up while I'm doing a lot of this stuff. So yeah, after we've dealt with them, we'll sort out the Mousselon. Everything's looking good. Nothing to construct. Okay, let's move on. How is CA taking the feedback about the update? Look, I only speak to Josh. Josh is usually, well, always pretty cool about things. You know, as long as I'm not, you know, being rude, which I hope I'm not. Josh is always like, yeah, I'll pass it on. And then as for how the devs are taking it, I have no idea. Like, I hope they take it as positively as possible. Cause like, the past year with me and Warhammer 2, I've had nothing but praise for everything they've done. It's like, Warden and Porch, I was just like, everything's perfect. You know, before that, everything's perfect. You know, apart from a couple of bugs, which, you know what, I don't really care about bugs that much. This is the first time I think they've done something in like a year where I'm like, I think you're going the wrong way about this. I think this is gonna I just don't think this is the right direction you should be taking this. And I don't know. I think they're gonna be fine with it. It's not like I'm telling people not to buy the DLC.
To battle.
But I don't know, because I don't speak to them directly. You know, if they're upset, Josh probably isn't going to tell me. I don't know. Abdul Rahman Abdallah did a £10 super chat. Alright, thanks dude. Thanks for super chat. Appreciate you. But, you know, I am only trying to help. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. There's a possibility I'm wrong. Maybe I just suck with the Wood Elves now, and they're actually super rich. I mean, I did own, like, all the Wood Elf settlements in one of my campaigns, and I only had 3 armies. And I was like, okay. So. I was like, something's off here. Something seems off. Do you like this mini-map campaign-wise? Not on a regular basis, but, you know, for the first time in 3 years since I've played it, it's alright. It's Warhammer 1. Warhammer 1 is so inferior to Warhammer 2. But it's cool to see where the Wood Elves originated from. Is there any update to Skaven that is worth noticing? No, not really. Look, we'll talk about Skaven later. Look, Skaven are gonna be fine. Alright. Look, Skaven have, for the longest time, been the 3rd strongest race in the game. And they're more or less still the 3rd strongest, okay? We'll go into the details, in a couple of days. I've got a lot of things to say about Skaven, most of which will be positive. Okay, most of which. But I'm not going to go into details now. Legends critique will eventually involve cheese substances and lasagna. No, look, when I'm critiquing something, I usually take cheese out of the equation. Because I understand that not everybody is going to cheese the game like crazy. So, I usually, before I determine something is a nerf or not, I'll usually go, okay, let's take the cheese out and then judge it. Who's first and second strongest? High Elves are the strongest, Dark Elves second strongest. That's pretty much how it's always been.
Going forth.
Why do you think CA does not update Warhammer 1? Because it's a dead game. Like, okay, to put things in perspective, like, Warhammer 2 has something like 20,000 concurrents players at any given time. Warhammer 1 has like 1,000. As a general rule of thumb, CA don't want you to play Warhammer 1 anymore. They want you to play Warhammer 2. If you own Warhammer 1, you know, the game still works, but, you know, they want you to get Warhammer 2. And when Warhammer 3 comes out, they're not going to update Warhammer 2 anymore. Warhammer 1 is DLC for Warhammer 2 now. That's all it is. And I think that that's fine. You got to keep in mind as well. Oh wow, I'm definitely gonna do that. You got to keep in mind as well. Yeah, I definitely needed the cash. That CA has limited resources. Okay, if they do things like update games that people aren't playing, DLC for the games people are playing will come out less frequently. So it is important for Creative Assembly to distribute their time efficiently. Going back and updating Warhammer 1 to keep it in line with Warhammer 2 is an absolutely pointless task. I feel bad for people who own Warhammer 1 but don't purchase Warhammer 2 for whatever reason. But eventually games stop getting updated. You know, that's just what happened. You know, Warhammer 1 got a whole bunch of updates, and it's just moved on. It's just like Medieval 2 no longer gets updated. When is Medieval 2 going to get an update? Okay, it's been 10 years. You know, Empire Total War, it uses the Warscape engine. When are we going to get an update for that? They've moved on from that because, you know, they just move on to the newer projects. Would you consider dwarves fourth strongest? No, I wouldn't. Okay, fourth strongest would be Bretonnia. Actually, you know what? Bretonnia should be third strongest, not Skaven. I just forget about Bretonnia sometimes. Yeah, they're kind of stronger than Skaven. Regardless of whether you use cheese or not. The fact that Bretonnia doesn't have supply lines makes their late game fucking trivial. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous how powerful you can get as Bretonnia. You can snowball so quickly. So yeah, I would actually say it should be like High Elves, strongest, Dark Elves, then Bretonnia. You know, assuming you're not using exploits. If you're using exploits, Bretonnia go to number 1 currently. Yeah, they go to number 1 for sure. But excluding exploits, High Elves, Dark Elves, then Bretonnia, then Skaven, then I'd probably say maybe Lizardmen. The only thing that holds the Lizardmen back is their economy, but they just have the strongest fucking armies in the game. Then after the Lizardmen, I'd probably say Vampire Counts, not Vampire Coast. Even though Vampire Coast armies are stronger than Vampire Count armies, Vampire Counts. And then again, I guess I'm using exploits, so I don't know. I just feel like it's not really exploits or whatever. I don't know. Would returning the income boosting outpost buildings and the relation text be a good start to rebuffing the Wood Elves? Well, if they did that, they'd just be in the same place they were before, really. So if they did that, the update would be maybe a slight buff to them. If they didn't change the economic tech, if they didn't change the economic buildings and gave back all of the relations to like the Empire and the Dwarves and whatnot in here, then the update would have been probably the smallest buff any update was given. Yeah, I'd say so. Out of any of the races, like out of the old world races, these are the ones that got buffs. Okay, it went in order. I think it went Dwarfs, then Vampire Counts, then Bretonnia, then Empire, Greenskins, and then Wood Elves. Right, so there's been 6 updates. Who got the biggest buff? Bretonnia probably got the biggest buff, and Greenskins. They got the two biggest buffs. The Empire got like they weren't really buffed that much. I don't know, they were buffed a bit, I guess. Depends on how you play them, I guess. So yeah, and the weakest update has definitely been the Wood Elves, without a doubt. I mean, everybody got like something added to them, but the Wood Elves had something taken away and added to them as well. And what was given to them was more a case of, this makes the campaign more interesting. It doesn't necessarily make them stronger, because the buffs that you get from revitalizing the forests, those buffs were already in the game. They just redistributed it, that's all. Like, they were already there. Like, all the buffs you get from fixing up the Oak of Ages and revitalizing it, previously you would get those exact same buffs and maybe a little bit more just by building the Oak of Ages. So, and the other tree settlements, they're pretty minor buffs, with the exception of maybe the campaign movement range one. Pretty minor. So, yeah, I can't see how they've been buffed. Rogue Peanut did a $10 super chat. Was watching your last VOD and I could have sworn someone said a super chat saying in the next update, Cavill will be a legendary lord for Althauer and similar to Alistair is for Tyrion. Did I miss here? I didn't see that, and I do not think that's going to happen at all. No, I don't see that happening. Thanks for the super chat though. And don't get me wrong as well, with the Wood Elf stuff. If CA want a nerf an already weak faction, I have no problem with that, okay? I don't have a problem with it. I'm not suddenly going to stop playing the game because the Wood Elves got hit with the nerf bat. I will play the Wood Elves less, and they're just weaker. And I think a lot of other people will play them less. Some people just like playing weak factions, and that's totally fine. But they are not going to compete in the late campaign. Edward Lee did a $5 super chat. Hi, Legend. Do you think the change in mass and collision in the update will make monster spam strategy and cavalry weaker? Thank you. No. Thanks for the super chat. Well, cavalry, yes. Monsters, no. I haven't really... No, I don't think so.
Proud daughter of Athel Lauren.
Maybe for multiplayer. Maybe for multiplayer, but for single player, I don't think it's going to make any difference.
These are dark times.
Alright, you just gotta stay there one more turn. Now, there's no way Orion's going to be able to beat him on his own. And yeah, we're still... Okay, I'm just... Yeah, okay. So, Dwarf's not 4th strongest, but at least they are stronger than Chaos. Oh yeah, but like, Chaos is like one of the weakest factions in the game. Like, the two weakest... Like, as a general rule of thumb, Horde factions are the weakest in the game. Alright, so, forgetting about who's the strongest faction in the game, let's talk about who the weakest factions in the game are. Currently, it is definitely 100% certain that the Beastmen are the weakest faction in the game. The Beastmen suck, and I think everybody can agree on that. The second weakest faction in the game is probably the Warriors of Chaos. Now, that's only because they're a Horde faction. They have a really strong army. It's just really difficult to finish their campaign because of Ruined Dwelling. It's just, you blow up a settlement and then 2 turns later they've reoccupied it, and you just don't get enough armies to ensure that these settlements don't get reoccupied again. Until like really late in the campaign. It takes a long time to get those armies. So I think mechanically speaking, Chaos just has like an expansion problem. They can't really build up fast enough. This is of course when the player is playing as them, not when the AI. It's a different game entirely for them. Then the third weakest faction, excluding Nakai, because Nakai goes down there as a Horde. The third weakest faction in the game is Wood Elves. So you think of every other faction in the game that settles, And I can't think of anyone that's... Oh, hang on. No, I would still say that... No. Okay, no, I'd say Norska. Norska is actually the third weakest. Yeah, Norska. It's very difficult to finish a campaign with Norska because they're kind of semi-hordes. So Norska's third, then Wood Elves. Because at least Wood Elves can occupy everywhere. Whereas, and they can finish their campaign. Norska is very hard to finish a campaign because of Ruined Wing. You have to wipe out the Empire. And that's just not easy to do when you can't occupy their settlements. Even if you can just, like, occupy the settlement and just, like, have, like, one troop sitting in there. Just to prevent them sending one lord to go and occupy it. Sort of thing. Raising settlements as well loses all your movement. It's just a pain in the ass. Does Chaos have supply lines? Hordes don't have supply lines. So, Chaos, Beastmen, and Nakai don't suffer from supply lines at all. But they have increased growth costs every time you want to create a new army. It's a bit of a problem for Chaos though, because eventually you reach a point where it costs more than 50 growth to produce another army. It's roughly at around, let's see, let me do some maths on it. The first one is like 2, then it goes up by 4 each time, so it's like 6. Sorry, so it's like first, hang on, like I'm trying to go off the top of my head. It's like 4, then 8, then 12. How many armies? I don't know. You'd probably get to about 9 or 10 armies, and you wouldn't be able to recruit anymore. Something like that. I'm not sure. So, going up by 4s, it'd be about 11 armies, I think. I don't know. I didn't test it out. Which seems like a lot, but there's so many settlements in the game, and the AI have so many armies that they're just ruined well. Now the Beastmen, however, they can bypass that by confederating, because there's always new Beastmen that'll show up on the map. So you can end up getting way more armies as the Beastmen, but they're still weaker than them, because you gotta need to use an exploit for that. So you reckon it's 12? PvP is be a bunch of equal rights babies. Just whatever. I don't think it's the PvP's fault. Anton Padabni did a BYN 10 super chat. I feel like a timer on reoccupation, like 20 turns or something, would be able to give Beastmen, Warriors of Chaos, Norska some breathing space. I think 20 turns is a bit too much. I think, yeah, I don't know. Something along those lines would probably help them out a bit. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah. Thanks, Super Chat. Appreciate you. Area High Elves the strongest faction. Yeah, High Elves are the strongest faction. In my opinion, High Elves are the strongest faction in the game currently.
How can I assist you?
High Elves have got it all. They've got strong economy, strong armies, very good legendary lords. Like, all of their legendary lords are really good. Like, their worst legendary lord is Teclis. It's like, but Teclis is good! Yes, he is good, but he's still their worst one. Somebody's got to come last. You know? When you're the fastest race, somebody is the least fastest. I remember when I made the legendary lord comparison for High Elves, and people were like, why did you put Teclis last? It's like, but look at the others. You know, you've literally got a 10 out of 10 legendary lord in there. He had to go somewhere.
What do you need?
At least you're not greenskins. Where it's like, look, all of these guys are pretty shit, with the exception of Wurzag and Grom. They're all pretty shit. What do you think about changes to knockdown and mass? It's fine. I didn't think it changes that much though. I don't know, I haven't seen any specific playstyle differences when I was, like, I was running with a full monster army, and I'm not going to say what faction I was playing as or anything, but I was running with a full monster army, and I've been knocking shit over, that's for sure. So, I don't know. Mr. Victor 1227 did an $10 super chat. What about the tech tree of the Wood Elves? I was hoping they would make it much more bigger. Well, they did. They did make it a lot bigger. But they also took out a lot of really important techs in there. Sorry, all the techs are still in there. They took out a lot of bonuses that were really important to the Wood Elves. Look, the techs that increased the relation for the Ordertide faction specifically, I don't think people realize how significant that actually is. That is probably the biggest nerf that they got. Because this is what I was actually thinking about this earlier today. When you currently play Wood Elves, and let's just say you get the tech for the Empire, right? You gotta understand is that the Ordertide all like each other, generally speaking, not always. The Ordertide all like each other. If you're friends with one, it'll trickle over to the others. So you get the plus 40 relation with the Empire in the early game, because it's a very early tech, you get it like right away. You get it just lets you get a non-aggression pact with them. Cool, you get a non-aggression pact. And what that does, that non-aggression pact, it's subtle, but it has a trickle-over effect on Bretonnia. And Bretonia's like, hey, you got a non-aggression pact with my bros, the Empire. I like that. Cool. And then you get a military access pact with the Empire. Hey, cool. Hey, the Bretonians like that. Oh, look. And the Dwarfs like that, too. And then you get the plus relation with the diplomacy, with Bretonians. And then you get a non-aggression pact with them. And guess what? Reichland likes that. And they're like, hey, you're friends with my friend. I like that. Yeah, this is cool. We're friends. And then the Dwarfs are like, oh, you're friends with both Bretonia and the Empire? I like you. And then you get the relation boost from Dwarfs, which comes a little bit later. And they're like, okay, cool. Dwarfs are willing to accept non-aggression pact and trade and military access. Cool. Cool. So that plus 40 with those three relations actually ends up being a lot more valuable than that because of trickle. Alright, so it trickles over to each other. And when you strip that out, there's no trickle, okay? You have to beg for that non-aggression pact. Please, Carl Franz, please, non-aggression pact. No, no non-aggression pact with you. You are great power. Plus 10, so I have minus 10 relation with you. Therefore, I declare war. So without the trickle over, it's hard to get friends with these people who you don't want to go to war with because you don't have any value in their territory, and then they declare war on you. Unless you bribe them like crazy, right? Just give them loads of gifts. But here's the problem. They've nerfed your economy, so you have to make a judgment call on whether or not you want to do that. You know, there's a lot of things in the game that are actually really subtle. You know, you change one little thing about the ecosystem of this game, and everything fucking changes. You chop down one tree in the forest, and the whole fucking forest goes apeshit. Valk did a $5 super chat. Will the woods be able to ambush like a Lithanar? That would be a very good Wolf Elf thing. Yeah, no, they don't do that. They still need to go into ambush stance. Thanks for super chat, though. Appreciate you. That'd be alright if they did do that, though, I think. Where's part 1? It was 2 days ago. So...
Lady of the Glade at your service.
And you do get those events that pop up in your forest, but the thing is they're temporary. And it's not necessarily convenient to do that, where it's more convenient to do the technology, so... And you don't know you're going to get them.
Lord of the Forest.
And also, most of those events, in order to get a positive public order, you usually have to accept a public order penalty. So you have to weigh up whether or not you want to even do that. And also, in order to confederate Torgovan, I think it is, they want you to attack Bretonians. So you attack a Bretonian, and then in order to get a confederation, and then that causes the Empire to be like, hey, why you attack Bretonia? And then they declare war on you, and then so goes bye-bye with playing tall. Which is exactly what happened to me. You know, it's just like, hey, I'm just doing what they told me to do. No, you don't attack my... I have no agreements with them, but don't do it. Okay. So I don't know. Okay, they're probably coming back up this way. Let's get skedaddling around over here. Do you think Mutant Rat Ogre 30... I'm not talking about Mutant Rat. Sorry, I can't talk about that. no DLC stuff. Guys, I pinned the fucking comments. Okay, www. I pinned the comments. Is the Mutant Rat Ogre DLC content? Yes. I can't talk about it. Okay. Alright, we shouldn't have any more public order penalties ever again because there's nobody left to confederate. We can tax everyone now, and it should all be fine. Legend, I know you can't talk about the DLC, but what do you think about the DLC unit? Sorry, it's okay. Look, here's the thing. Look, I'm not mad at you, but I'm definitely gonna clown on you, okay? Okay, so it's okay. It's okay. Alright, that all seems fine. And how long until the Oak of Ages are done? 5. So yeah, I think Musalon will be next. Yeah. They got a few more armies than the other guys, but
These are dark times.
we're okay. Alright, let's move on. Where's the pinned comment? Should be at the top there. In the top of your chat, it should just be like this blue thing up the top. See, I told you, pinning comments, putting in the description, it doesn't stop people from asking. Probably just reduces it by a little bit.
Lady of the Glade.
I could go and... I reckon what we should do is just go straight for Musalon. Because, like, they'll go and capture all this stuff, but that doesn't really matter. What are they doing anyway? They're not too weak. Yeah, but they're all over the place. Just thinking how to go about this. What will you after this campaign? Let's not worry about that right now. Alright, how's that coming along? Yeah, it's getting there.
Can I offer assistance?
Yeah, they don't have a huge garrison there, so these 3 armies should be fine. But what we should do, I think, is...
Finding pathways.
Since we can recruit those units in global for 1 turn. And it takes 1 turn to do it. And we're not in any rush, and they're not getting any stronger. I've never seen that!
Lady of the Glade at your service.
They take 0 turns to recruit.
How can I assist you? Wise indeed.
My god. Okay. Sans Pure today, $3 super chat. You should do a whole campaign in Skaven voice only. I think you'll get sick of it, but maybe. We'll see. Thanks for the super chat. I just researched this one. Global recruitment duration -1 turn for all units. Because yeah, it's 0 turns. Yeah, they fixed this in Warhammer 2. You can't do this in Warhammer 2. What caused them to be created in 1 turn? Okay, I just researched. They were already being recruited in 1 turn, and then I just researched this global recruitment duration minus 1 turn for all units. So it put them down to 0 turns. They're at 0 turns, so it doesn't matter how many recruit slots I've got. Look, if I could, look. Hang on. Look.
What do you need?
I can recruit unlimited of them. Unlimited! If I've got the money, I can recruit them. It looks like an oversight to me. Total Warhammer 1, in general, is full of oversights. Alright, you just, actually, you know what? You could use some more troops too. Part 1 still in convert queue. Oh, it might be. Let me just check. Let me just confirm that. Because it was a long live stream. Alright, let's have a look. It says it's public. Let me just check. No, it seems to be available. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be rendering. You should be able to watch the previous live stream of this. Doesn't seem to be rendering. Stovey Pipe Polar Bear did a $2 super chat. Hey, legend. Can you talk about? Okay, there's a super chat. Okay. Why is he playing Warhammer 1? I can't really play any Warhammer 2 at the moment. I'm logged into the beta. I've still got work to do on the beta. And it's super tiresome to keep switching in and out of the beta. So, it's either Warhammer 1 or nothing. Because I can't do any more live streaming on the beta right now. If I did, I would be breaking embargo agreements. So, yeah, not worth it. I'm not going to do that. Not looking to get into trouble. I'm a good boy now. Lord Master on live stream. Now to show new DLC units. Yeah. He can. Yeah, that's right. He can show the DLC units. He can't show them on campaign. He can only show them in custom battles. I have no interest in doing this. I'm not interested in it. Everybody's going to be doing that, and I'm quite happy to just let them handle it. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, that means I can talk about new DLC units. Right? Yeah, it means I can talk about it. Okay. I can talk about the new DLC units now. Alright, Wood Elf units, I didn't even use them. It seems like the Zoids are fairly strong, though. Skaven units. Skaven got all the good shit. Brood Horrors. Brood Horrors are amazing! Brood Horrors. Oh my god. They're so fucking good. Wolf Rats are useful, but they're very low in leadership. Mutant Rat Ogres are... I felt Mutant Rat Ogres were shit. Absolute crap. They're the same tier as Brood Horrors, but Brood Horrors would, like, consistently outkill them. They killed faster, they had more mass, they're way faster. Brood Horrors are fucking awesome. What about Ariel then? I don't know if I can talk about Ariel. We'll cover Ariel at a later date. No Storm Fiends? There's no Storm Fiends in the DLC. What a surprise, Skaven got all the good stuff again. Yeah, in terms of the units, like, the real winner in the DLC stuff is the Brood Horrors. They are so good! Because, like, their base speed is 95. They are faster than Bretonnian cavalry, right? Like, when they charge into something, it's like a fucking truck just bowls right into them. They are so good as a mount and as just a general unit. They regen. so they got regeneration. They are, in my opinion, they're better than Hell Pit Abominations, and they're lower tier than them. Like, Hell Pit Abominations technically have better stats, but except for speed. Speed's where they get you. Let's move on. What tier are Brood Horrors? They're tier 4. Brood Horrors better than Hell Pits? They're not. Okay, they'll lose one-on-one to a Hell Pit, in my opinion. But I think that they're better than a Hell Pit Abomination because they're faster. Stag Knights and the Redhead. I didn't use the Redhead ones. Melee infantry. So I didn't use them. Stag Knights are cavalry. They performed like cavalry. You know, they're strong for cavalry. You know, there's only so much you can do with them.
Anything is possible. My journey begins.
So what we'll do is, we'll jump over there, and then attack. Not going to do that this turn. Aren't Hell Pit Abomination as bad as Giants? No, they're definitely better than Giants. Hell Pit Abominations are anti-large units, so if you send them into a big infantry blob, they actually don't do very well. And because they're so large, if, like, for example, if you send a Hell Pit Abomination into a group of halberdiers, so many of the halberdiers can attack it at once because it's so big that you'll get wrecked really quickly. But a Hell Pit Abomination, for example, going up against a giant, will do reasonably well. Because, you know, it's just one unit hitting it and hitting back in return. So this is where the Brood Horrors kind of work a lot better against infantry, because they are smaller and they seem to, like, attack more entities and they attack faster. So they're constantly tossing units around, so they're not attacking back. And they're faster, so if you don't like any of the engagements that you're in, you just pull them out. Do you think that a force of like 14 Brood Horrors plus 5 Abominations would work? Use Horrors to wrap around and Abominations to crush in the front? Maybe.
How can I assist you?
You could make that work, I guess. Do you think they should buff Cav?
You need
I don't know. I don't really care. Get immortality! Do you see them nerfing the horror speed later? Maybe. I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. I just found them a really good unit. Like they, don't get me wrong. If they're in a fight, they can lose it. It's like their speed is just like, if you're good at the game and you know how to micro quickly, they're very useful. Whereas, you know, if a Hell Pit Abomination's in a combat and it just gets stuck, they're just too fat, you know? They just get stuck. Like Brood Horrors, they're like, I just noped out of any situation that I wasn't liking. I was just like, nope, not liking this engagement. I'm gonna go and regen over here, and we'll pick our fight differently. I just found that they were really good at doing that. Yeah. Speed is very valuable for monster armies, which is why if you look at any of the monsters that I favor, any of the monsters have at least 50 speed. Any monster that I believe has lower than 50 speed, I usually don't recruit. But if they're looking at speeds of like 90, then whoa, really good unit. Alright, this is going to occur in 3 turns here. Alright, they should be able to handle that. Lol. Are they better than Stegodons? I don't know. All I was just saying was that I liked them, that's all.
Glade Lord, at your service.
So I'm assuming Packmasters, Brood Horrors have replaced Plague Priests in your armies? Can't talk about that because it's campaign stuff. So all I'm saying is that I like Brood Horrors, that's all. That's all I'm going to say.
My journey begins.
What do you need?
You'll find out about the other stuff soon.
Seeking unseen paths.
So, out of all the units in the new DLC, I like Brood Horrors the most. That's my favorite unit from this DLC. And Zoats, do they get some bounce spells? Yeah, they have some Law of Life spells. I think they've got 1 or 2 Awakening of the Woods, and they get some Earth Bloods. So, don't know. I thought the Zoats were okay. I don't think that they're better than Tree Men, which is why I don't know if I'll recruit them in my campaigns. But I think from a multiplayer perspective, I think they're very good.
Can I offer?
But from a campaign perspective, Tree Men are just really, really good. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that... Yeah, whatever.
The hunter. I will grant your request.
So they just blew up this region here.
Lady of Athel Lauren, you called?
No.
More sleep shines.
Le Redouche. Okay.
Why do come? What can we help you with?
These are dark times.
Rastiad. Sword Canambra. Arbonis Elmchant. Sivla Venium Arbis.
Yeah, I figured that'd happen. That's good.
Flashera Grego.
I go for.
Oh yeah, we have so screwed over Musalon here.
Is reasonable.
I tell you, one big improvement Warhammer 2 did over Warhammer 1, apart from everything, armies in Force March not being able to run away. That was a big improvement. God, it was so annoying whack-a-moling all their Force March armies. The big sneeze at $5 super chat. Zoids are just good magical Shaggoths. Changed my mind. No, not Shaggoths. They're not Shaggoths. You're thinking of Dragon Ogres. But thanks for super chat. Yeah, they kind of... Ooh. I'll take that. Yeah, magical Dragon Ogres. Pretty much, yeah. Thanks for super chat. Appreciate you.
Lady of the Glade at your service. Proud daughter of Athel Lauren. I shall comply.
Elmchant. Brook Arbis.
There's probably a lot of vampiric corruption here. Yeah, there is.
Artimrugna Rastiad.
So he'll just suck up some attrition. That's okay. Stop saying I don't know.
How can I assist you?
Mahira Artimrugna.
Stop asking me questions I don't know the answer to then.
Can I offer assistance?
Alright, so they made their way over here. There's actually 2 armies there.
These are dark times. The forest has spoken.
Master of the wild hunt, I bring pain. My will is yours.
Cool. So I'm not sure where that chaos, that basement army is going. This was coming along. So there's a few settlements out this way. We'll sort it out. So currently making 100, but with this technology they go up to 500. What are your favorite Warhammer 2 things over Warhammer 1 2? Sorry, what are your favorite Warhammer 1 things over Warhammer 2? I don't know. I prefer Warhammer 2 in pretty much every way. I mean, you can get through a campaign of Warhammer 1 a lot quicker than Warhammer 2. I don't know if that's really a plus, though. Oh no! Oh no! No, I have to fight a battle manually! Oh wow! Like, I have to fight it manually. Can't bring your entire army. Kostas Lavranos did a $20 super chat. Hey Legend, didn't catch the end of your last stream. Did you reach a final opinion on the Wood Elves update? Yes. Thanks for the super chat. My opinion on the update is that I don't like it that much. I don't, like, hate it with seething venom, but I don't like it very much. I think it's a step in the wrong direction. But I'm not like... Oh shit, they're coming from over there. Yeah, I just don't like it. You know, I don't have to like everything that CA does with Warhammer 2, and unfortunately, I just don't really like the update that much. So it didn't make it more fun for me. So that was unfortunate. This is a big map. It feels big. That's what she said. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna struggle with this one.
Quickly!
Orders! Quickly! Swift of foot!
Swiftly! Moving fast!
Yeah, reinforcement bug in Warhammer 1. That's right. It's fucking stupid. It's alright. So that's gonna heal other units with Earthblood. That's nice, I think. Yeah, and it doesn't use Winds of Magic, which is pretty good. Yeah, it's fine. Hey, we got the Brass Cleaver. Shame we're gonna lose it, probably, possibly. Warhammer 1 is huge maps. No, the map should be more or less the same. I think it's just more like this particular settlement here just feels quite large. What I really need to be shooting is the Cairn Wraiths, because she got magic attack and they don't. No, come on. I told you to aim for the Cairn Wraiths.
Children of Apollo! Yes! Armed and ready! Armed and ready!
Lady of the Glade! Swiftly!
Legend, if you put them in the trees, they won't shoot the trees.
At speed! At once!
I feel like what's going to happen here is I'm going to run out of ammo. They've got 3 armies. But, you know, we'll take down as many of them as we can. Because there's nothing special about this army, apart from that Brass Cleaver, which I might have more of.
Advancing! I go!
Fucking pricks. Yeah, now they come at us. Come on, there we go. Wish I had a Treeman Lord instead. She can't tank that forever. Oh yeah, they still have... Yeah, they put it into limited healing. Alright, you guys really need to get in there. Help her out. There's no point trying to run away from Cairn Waste. They're faster than us. We just have to hold them back and just shoot at them while we can. I'll deal with them after we've dealt with these ones here. Let's see, is that their general? No, it's the zombies. Alright, we can run away from them. I need you to keep shooting at this Black Knight here. More troops coming in from over here. There's some Strigoi dipshit. Alright, shoot the Strigoi. How are we going over here? If they're gonna win this, we're gonna make them pay for it, that's for sure. Come on, stop trying to dodge my ammo. Okay, good job. Okay, hold your fire just a little bit. Okay, everybody hold your fire. Because if it's only zombies, right, we might actually be better off fighting them in melee. Because there should be like tons of just... Okay, there's Graveguard coming. Alright, enemy lord's dead, that's good. Alright, all reinforcements are coming in from over here. Hey, no, stop shooting! The best tier is 0 units, Glade Guard or Archers? Oh, I don't know. I guess technically Glade Guard are better. Wait, I'm not sure. Okay. Alright, some of my units still have a decent amount of ammo, so that's useful. They're sending the Graveguard back. That's fine. Look, this is a better position up here because it's higher ground. I was hoping they would keep coming at us so that we can take them out a little bit at a time, but they're stopped. All 3 of their generals have been wounded now. And there's just going to be a lot of zombies. Did you see the announcement for Total War Battles Warhammer on the Warhammer community site? Oh, I saw Republic of Play tweet about that. I didn't know that was in the works, and I don't care. Yeah. I have no interest in mobile games. I won't be covering that. Yeah, I got no interest in that at all. No checkerboard? No, I don't really need it. Their forces come at us too slowly, don't really need it. Alright, so we don't want to shoot zombies since we can beat them in melee with archers. Because, like, their stats are fucking rubbish. But the Grave Guard, we absolutely do need to shoot. And definitely the Crypt Ghouls. Alright, getting within range. Alright, you guys, yeah, some of you should shoot the Crypt Ghouls there. But legendary chair of a mobile device? Yeah. Yeah. You guys got phones, right? Yeah, it does, yeah, I just think mobile games are inferior products to PC games. I'm just not gonna. I don't have a problem with CA making games like that. Although I think it was NetEase that made it with using CA assets. I don't have a problem with them doing it. I'm not like, boycott this, we must boycott it. Not like that at all. I'm just not gonna participate. That's all. Because I just don't like mobile games. In general. Okay, go. Oh, can we spaghetti line? You can spaghetti line in this, kind of. Forgot about that. In Warhammer 1, you can go a lot wider. Okay, there are only zombies left now, at least in this wave. There probably will be more guys coming, so that's why I don't want to waste any ammo on fucking garbage like this. And since she's got the brass cleaver, she should get in there and help them out. Because, yeah, the zombies are worth so little that if we shoot them with our arrows, it's actually losing us balance of power. Yeah, there's more coming. There's more coming. We're actually losing that engagement there, so let's pull out of that. Just lure them away. We don't want them getting killed, they've got a fair bit of ammo left. Does kangaroo meat taste the same as chicken? Definitely not. No, it does not. So this is wave number 2. What are these? Still mostly just zombies coming in. It's good to see all of them crumbling. That's not good to see. I need these ones to hurry up over here so they can come and help.
Withdraw! Our bows are yours! Children of Athelloren!
Oh, you bloody cowards.
Lady of the Azray!
They shall fall! Withdraw!
Athelloren! Swiftly!
Possibly on a per entity basis, they're actually winning that engagement, but
Move back!
because there's so many of them, they're losing there.
Dauntless Azren!
Somebody's actually gotten some kills. But I'm just low on ammo. I gotta save it.
Battle ready! Ready and eager!
But you know what else would conserve ammunition? Keeping them alive.
Blade guard!
It's working out alright over here.
Bowman
I
ready!
need you guys over here.
Orders!
Lady
These will
of
rally.
Athelloren, advancing! As you say.
Deepwood infantry!
Fury fair!
So I need you to go. Oh, good. They're going back over there to meet up with the rest of their group. That's good for us, I guess.
Yes!
Good. This is working out here.
At once! Awaiting orders!
Lady of the
Losing ground. No! It's only because their reinforcements are coming in. Don't disagree, disagree.
Blade guard! Defenders of Athelloren!
Go onward!
You come over here.
Change weapons! Blade guard!
Also, I've still got reinforcements. Mo Masrur did a $5 super chat. Just saw your Skaven SYDC. It was amazing. Love the green skin impression. No worries, dude. I thought that was the worst green skin impression I've ever heard. But I'm glad you liked it.
We are tireless!
So get in there. Give them this.
Ready and able!
We're not doing too much friendly fire. All right, everyone, stop shooting.
Weapons ready!
Yeah, everybody.
Ready your weapons!
I reckon we can get them to crumble.
For Elders all!
Alright, let's start organizing those without ammo and those with it. Alright, 3 of them have run out of ammo. Alright, that's essentially wave 2 done and dusted. We've got one more wave to go. Now, important to note, we do have reinforcements. Okay, it's not much. It's 3 Dryads and 2 Deepwood Scouts, but that might just be enough to win us the battle. They've taken way more balance of power losses so far than us. It is possible when you're badly outnumbered to get the army loss penalty just by even if the enemy are still technically stronger than you. Alright, we're a little bit tired here, so let our people rest a little bit. Let's not chase after them. Alright, direwolves coming in. They need to be shot. And I think there's 2 loads of direwolves. Alright, I'll just wait for them to come in. Oh, I got a coffee. Cold coffee. Oops, forgot it was there. Now this is absolutely why we needed to conserve ammunition. These direwolves will absolutely wreck us if we're not careful here. We need to shoot them. But we don't have much ammo.
Ever ready!
I'm not too concerned about those skeleton spears.
Protector of the forest, I will comply. Understood.
Immediately.
Ever ready.
We never miss. Steady. Fire.
Nice. Just annihilate those, please, really quickly.
At pace. Aye.
What are you shooting at? What are you shooting at?
For the eternal realms.
The forest calls.
Glade guard. Yes. Weapons loose. Glade guard. Are those your orders? Yes. Orders.
Shit, I am running out of ammo.
Ever ready. Glade guard.
Okay, save some ammo for this one. Look, if we have to go into melee with that, it's pretty much crumbling anyway.
Quickly. Glade guard. Armed and ready. Aim. Fire. For Isha.
I think I'm gonna win. I know, I feel good about this.
Child of Kurnoth. Ready to hunt. At once.
At once. Glade guard.
Swiftly. Acknowledged. Advance.
I think they're running out of reinforcements. We haven't lost a single unit yet. Alright, you got a few shots left.
We are
The obvious choice here is to shoot into the skeleton spears, but try to do that from the flanks.
straight away.
While everyone else just lures them back over here just a bit.
Going to war.
Can you tell archers to shoot a specific area on the ground? No. No, only artillery with crew can do that. I think we're winning.
Archers ready. With haste.
Come on.
At speed.
Stupid delays.
I stand ready.
The casting defenders of Athelorn. Swiftly. Blade guard.
Orders.
Aye.
Alright, all of you guys, surround this one here.
Ever ready. At pace. Ever ready. For Elbazor.
Orders.
Lure them away. Just take them out a little bit at a time.
Daughter of
Oh, they're actually running faster than us. Alright, we'll have to deal with them.
Blade guard. For the eternal realms. Their magic is weak.
Lady of the Deepwood.
Well, it's good that it's crumbling. Oh, there's still more skeletons.
Battle ready.
The winds are changing.
Is knowledgeable or dread incarnate better on vampire count heroes? That's up to you. Like, I prefer knowledgeable, but if you want dread incarnate, that's not a bad trait either.
Fire. We understand.
Come on,
Glade
I-
back.
Cool, it disintegrated. Pull back. Just a bit there.
Straight away.
Oh, leadership's not holding up.
Haste. We are tireless. For the
So yeah, don't forget, we've still got dryads to come in. And dryads are okay in melee. And we've got those Deepwood Scouts, which two of them probably don't have enough ammo to kill all of this, but we'll see. We'll see.
At once. Archers ready. Children of Athelorn.
Alright, honestly, some of our units leaving the battlefield might actually be a good thing.
Warriors of Ariel!
At once!
I! Let fly!
Dryads coming in. Come and help us out over here.
Children of Athelloren!
Ready! As you say. Hunt them!
Orders! Armed and ready! Yes!
Okay, I've completely run out of ammo.
Lady of the Glade! Slay them!
Ever ready! Withdraw!
Do you know if there's been a change in hero traits for other races than Wood Elves? It doesn't appear so, just the Wood Elves. Everyone else seems to be the same. I didn't look at it extensively, but if the Skaven didn't get anything new, which they didn't, I doubt anyone else did.
Lady of Athelloren!
Alright, Dryads seem to be absolutely ripping those zombies to shreds. That's good. If they could just get, like... If we could just get small engagements, just one at a time, we'll take them out. I think we're going to win this. Like I said, I've still got 4 units in reserve. Only 1 unit's left the battlefield so far. I think that they're pretty close to the army losses. Oops. Just keep running them around while these guys here just rest a little bit. I didn't start on Force March, did I?
Onward!
No, I don't think so.
Advancing! Onward!
Quickly!
Azray warrior! Orders understood. At speed!
Yeah, they're recovering. Right, yeah, you just keep running them back over this way.
Lady of the Azray! Forward! At once!
Yes!
What's the most annoying faction to fight in the game? You mean Warhammer 2 or Warhammer 1? In Warhammer 2, it's definitely Skaven. Warhammer 1, probably Beastman or Chaos, just because it's whack-a-moling.
Onward!
I!
Maybe vampires, don't know.
Swiftly!
Yeah, we can't withdraw because we're in a settlement.
Hotel of Athelloren!
Blade guard!
It's a last stand. Okay, Dryads doing well there, ripping them to shreds. Okay, oh, we won! They disintegrated. I'm happy with that though. I mean, it said it was going to lose. There you go. How come you can't talk about the units when YouTube is full of videos of the new DLC units from 1 hour ago? I can talk about the new units now. Okay, so look. The way that the DLC embargoes work is that there's certain stages of things that you can and can't talk about, right? So we're currently at the stage where we can only talk about the DLC units in respect to battles, not in terms of campaign. Now, in terms of like custom battles, I have no interest in participating in that stuff. It's just not interesting to me. So if other people like this is the embargo that I usually skip because it just doesn't have any, like, everybody covers it, and I don't think I have anything more to add, and I just don't think they're very interesting videos in general. Like talking about, what is it, 3 or 4 units from each faction. Whatever, you know. So I can talk about it a little bit, but I'm not going to make a dedicated video on it because it's not campaign related. Because I can promise you that I'm not going to have anything new to say that hasn't already been said by Turin, Lawmaster of Sotek, Milk and Cookies. All of those guys will cover it probably better than I can, so I just let them do it. I focus on the campaign side of things, so when I can show the campaign, I'll talk about the units in respect to the... Oh, fuck me! I didn't realize I had this many units in the area. We're not gonna win this time. Can you say your opinion about them now? Yeah, I can talk about the new units. I just don't have that much to add to them. Sorry, just trying to get comfortable. We're not gonna win, but that's alright. We can try to take as many of them down with us. I had no idea how many units they had in this area. I had no idea. These guys only have like 5 regions. I can't believe how many fucking armies they've got. And I just took out a couple of their armies and took out their capital as well. Oh well, rip her. She's gone. So yeah, I'm going to primarily try and focus on killing their Terrorgeists because I don't think they can replace them now because they've lost their capital. Like, killing a zombie unit, that doesn't freaking matter. But whatever we do, we need to try to make sure we wipe out the unit, not just damage it. There's no way we're gonna beat this. We're too badly damaged now. I'd aim for the Terrorgeist, but it's yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna work. Alright, you're just gonna have to tank this as best you can now. Slow them down. Yeah, we're about to get wrecked. There's 0% chance of winning this. This is impossible. Oh well. At least we won the other battle. That hurt them a fair bit. Yeah, she's gonna die. Oh well. Yeah, see, while it's moving around like this is what I suspected. I can't hit it. And just instantly break. Alright, this battle's over. They actually were pretty smart in this. They used their Terrorgeist to just circle around me. Battle's over. Alright, I got no units left. Why is the battle not over? Should have went for shakable formation. Wouldn't have made any difference. Wouldn't have made a bit of difference here. Like, there was a 0% chance we could have won against that. There's just nothing we could do. Oh, it's still letting us fight a little bit longer. Okay. Surprised the army losses didn't come in. Don't give me that obstructed bullshit. You have reinforcements? Yeah. There was 0% chance of winning it. We were outpowered by so much. I just was hoping to wipe out a unit or two, and we wiped out one. But unfortunately, it revived. So we essentially did nothing there. AI show me legend. No one would have won that.
My lord, it is Morgur. He is returned. I did not believe the Azray tales to be any more than stories. But his spirit is indeed reborn to this world. His immortal soul is anchored to our world through foul magic beyond understanding. His defeat has slighted him. Now he moves for the mountains, intent on poisoning the water that flows from the Silver Spire. Morgur's forces will not relent until you are defeated. You must keep them at bay whilst strengthening the Oak of Ages, for only the Oak's power can hope to break Morgur's hold on immortality. Hurry, there is not much time.
Yeah, I had no idea how many armies they had in the area here. But, for their victory there, you know, they did lose their capital. And they're going to lose all their other settlements pretty soon after. Alright, there are... I think we need to split up here. How about you use the underway to jump over here. And you go with... maybe I should be careful doing this.
Anything is possible. Finding pathways.
Yeah, I should be careful jumping around like that. That army is not as weak as I thought it was going to be. Alright. Alright. That all seems fine. Alright, so there's that other army over there. So it seems like Morgur's Beastman, horde didn't come back that strong. Having a look at the Oak of Ages. Okay, so we just hit tier 3 there. Are you going to do I campaign after this? No, the Beastman one sucks. I hated that campaign. That was not fun. I only ever played that once, and I don't really intend to play that again. It just was not good. The Wood Elf one's alright, but I don't like the Beastman one. That is not fun. Every partner are allowed to cover the DLC, right? Okay, we're allowed to cover the units in the DLC and custom battles, but we can't cover them in terms of the campaign. Nobody's allowed to show any campaign footage. This is why I'm not making a dedicated video on it, because if it's not campaign related, I'm not interested. Which is, yeah, like I said, why I'm not doing anything right now about it. Yeah, that sucked and everything, but we're okay. And that army can be immediately replaced. Oh, I lost an army. I guess I'll just recruit another one. What? Ah, they cost me so much.
I will disenchant.
Kazrak was Sword of Cain and Zygor fan club. Should put him on a chariot or not? Yeah, I think he's good on a chariot. That's gonna cost some viewers. Only one, recruit 6 armies if you like, lol. Well, the problem there is that I can't recruit another lord there this turn. And I don't want to put them all over the place. And these guys here are going to finish up soon, so I can bring them over there. Probably see a bit of a stream jump because it kicked us off the server just for a moment there. But we're okay. Alright, since... Okay, we need to go over there and defeat them.
Anything is possible.
Okay, okay, are we stable again now? Should be. Alright. Cool. Well, what are people talking about politics? Oh, I see. Oh. I don't think that one's that big of a deal. I'm not gonna answer it though. It's not what people are here to talk about. Anyone else having stream buffer lag? Yeah, no, I got cut off the server just briefly, so everybody got it at the same time, so it's not just you. Yeah, it's just a momentary little YouTube fight. It's okay. Alright, I think we're all good here for the turn. So, I don't know if I should be spending that amber, because I know I need to upgrade the Oak of Ages again, and it's going to take 10 turns. So maybe I should hold off on doing this. It provides me 20 Winds of Magic power reserve. Oh, you know what? Let's get that one there, because I'm dealing with Vampiric Attrition, and I'd like not to. Yeah. Because once we capture all of these amber hotspots over here, we'll get the amber that we need. There's enough amber to get everything in this campaign. As long as you don't recruit any fucking units with that cost amber. Which, hang on, let me have a look here. Currently, there are no units costing us any amber, so that's good. Alright, let's move on. Yeah, just don't worry about it. It's fucked. Probably going to see another little lag spike again because it kicked us off again. I think YouTube's having a bit of an issue at the moment. If we could just maybe get through the next half an hour, we should be okay. So they once again sacked it, but they're weakening their forces and not capturing it. Did they end up killing Morgul? I think they did. I think they took him out. Look. Battle of Montfort, turn 98. Yeah, they did. They took him out. Huh. Moussalon actually helped us out there. They killed Morgr. Alright, let's do this. Oh! But what about a second army? Barely took any damage. Real hard trolling here. Why? What's going on? Yeah, look, I'm just not going to address people that are trolling. If you're being stupid, I'm just going to ignore you.
Lady of the Glade.
Stop trying to ruin everyone else's enjoyment. Okay, all the information that you need is in the title and in the pinned comment, and if it's not related to that, then don't ask it. So many videos of DLC units already. Why can you talk about them? I can. I just don't want to. So I just don't find it. Like, just because everybody else does something doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. I don't like to play. Let's make 1,000 videos of the exact same thing. This was a common theme with whenever a new Total War DLC comes out. I find that this particular video, if I was to make one, is actually like it's just shit. So I just don't do it. What if I come up this way? Nah.
Proud daughter of Athel Lauren. By Kurnos! To arms!
Just talking politics? Oh, okay. Yeah, no politics, guys. Just to explain it, the reason why no politics is allowed, okay? I shouldn't have to explain this. People come here to escape from that kind of stuff and just want to get involved in the game. Sometimes the real world stuff that goes out there is really fucking depressing, okay? And everybody's got their own opinions on stuff, and that's fine. You're entitled to your opinions. But we're not going to discuss them here. This isn't the right platform to do it. You're not going to convince anybody of your position. I'm not going to convince anyone of my position. So any conversations related to politics is utterly pointless here. There is a time and a place for it, and it's not now, okay? Not here, anyway. So please respect that, and yeah, don't start up arguments about it, because it brings everybody down, and nobody wants it. And if you don't respect that, then you're gonna get banned. Okay, it's not negotiable. Alright, we got a couple more turns until we got a treatment stack. I'd be interested to see how this does.
Never. No. I will not.
Alright, so I think we could just send one lord out there to just ruin dwell all that. Gaius Marius said a $5 super chat. I use that Legend of Total War in the background to relax when working from home. Warhammer 2 game content only, please. Alright, thanks, dude. We are playing Warhammer 1, but yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Thanks for super chat, appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know where that influx of politics stuff comes in, but you know, it is what it is. I wasn't trying to have a conversation, just trying to clarification. You said Poland was doing well. Okay, I was referring to video game stuff. I have no idea what they're doing politically. So, yeah, I was mostly referring to video games that were coming out of Poland in that statement. So, there's your clarification. As for whatever I have no idea what Poland is doing politically. I have absolutely no clue.
Asray, to battle!
So, my fault for not being ultra specific, I suppose.
Arbonis Elmchant. Roma, Virgina.
Hey, I sent you a DB Vampire vs. game, and by any chance do you take a look at it? Probably not. Sorry. I'm not doing any disaster battles for a couple more days. Sorry. I'm just busy with DLC stuff at the moment. Yeah. Also, Vampire Count videos, they don't do very well. So, usually if I see, like, if there's nothing in my inbox apart from vampire accounts, well then I'll do a vampire account one. But if there's like a vampire account one and say just about any other race, I'll pretty much prioritize the other races over it. I don't know what it is, but whenever I do a vampire account SYDB, it almost always does worse than anything else. So in terms of priorities, it's down the absolute bottom. So you got to be pretty lucky in order for me to cover your vampire account one. And it's just purely because people just don't seem to want to watch it, which is the primary reason why I want to make these videos anyway. It doesn't mean I'm not going to cover it. It's just that, you know, there's, I got to make good videos. People just, like I said, they just don't like the vampire ones. If they did, I'd make more of them. I got no problem with vampires. It's everybody else's problem. Alright. Oh my god, we got 11 armies. Yeah, I'll repair it, whatever. They'll just sack it again, but that doesn't matter. Are you at war with
Grail companions of old could hope to best me, yet you would try with world.
Okay. Who do I have any agreements with at all? I have absolutely no agreements with anyone now. Okay. Alright. Yeah, we'll do that. I know that we still need to upgrade the Oak of Ages, but we'll get that amber pretty quickly. Just having a look at it over here. Like, we need... Was it 12? Let me just check that. Was it 15? Let me just check. 15. Alright, so we got 7. So we're going to find 8 more. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, there's plenty of amber out there. Gustav Agave did a €5 super chat. Okay, for last time, Alariel is the Ever Queen, and that's that. Okay. Thanks for the super chat. I'll get you to go ruin dwell up here. Did you break the streaming record on the recent Warhammer II Wood Elves campaign? No, it equaled it. We hit 8,600. Wow, military alliance. It's gonna be 5 amber, but nah. They just besiege. Why would they just besiege us? That doesn't make any sense. And then they gave up on it. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. What the AI does these days, I just don't get.
These can be as you have.
What do you need?
Greenskins don't get their Warhammer 2 cheats. Isn't it a delight? Yeah, also, they can't occupy those settlements because in this, Greenskins can't occupy Bretonnian settlements. They can demolish them, but yeah, they can't occupy them. Because, yeah, there's no climate in Warhammer 1. It's just there's essentially two different types of settlements. There's cities and holds. So the majority of the settlements in here are cities, but the mountain ones are holds, which only the Greenskins can occupy them. And Wood Elves. Wood Elves can occupy everything, but just not very well.
Highborn. Your request is reasonable.
Alright, we got this dude on the run, and he just shut out another baby. Is that Morgur? Yeah, he shut out Morgur. But we just need to keep on the run with this one. Eventually we'll catch him. Even if he turns around and ambushes one of our armies, he can't kill us all. That is not strong enough.
I live to serve Ariel.
Just be careful.
Absurd. Away I go.
If CA ever make a good historical Total War, would you ever play and stream it? Or too used to Warhammer? No, look, I would be totally down for I actually would like them to make a great historical Total War game. I would really like it. They just haven't. All the recent Total War games over the past 2 years, historical Total War games that is, they're good. They're not great. I don't mind Three Kingdoms and I don't mind Troy, but they're not great. Resistance of Warhammer's better. But if they made, for example, Medieval 3 and it was on par with Warhammer 2, I'd play it just as much, for sure. But yeah, that's... I'm not all fantasy. I'm not like... Fantasy is the best. I just want to play a good Total War game, you know? Don't get me wrong, though. I'm not sitting there saying that Warhammer's crap. Warhammer's amazing. And the lore is... I actually really like the lore now. Took a while to get used to it, though. When will you be able to stream new DLC? Tomorrow. About this time tomorrow. What's my graphics card legend? 1080 Ti. GTX 1080 Ti.
Lady of the Azrael.
Alright, yeah, that's all looking fine. Yeah, it's fine. There's like I said, there's plenty of amber out there. Alright, any other construction needs to be done? No, it's all good. That's in the Duchy of Montfort. Okay, let's move on. Ray yesterday, 20 SEK Super Chat. What are your political views about orcs being ugly? I feel like that's... I see what you're trying to do there, but I feel like that's an okay question. I mean, who cares? I would say that their ugliness is less relevant than their...
His soul is tethered to our plane through weird and heretical means.
Their ugliness is less important than their belligerence. But yeah, thanks for Super Chat.
Highborn.
What legendary lord will be streamed tomorrow? Oh, you'll have to find out tomorrow.
Forest has spoken.
Which ones do you want me to cover?
I concur.
I said, yeah. I mean, I already know what I'm covering tomorrow, but you'll find out tomorrow. And I've actually already said, so it's Sisters of Twilight. Ah, shit, I'm faster by regular marching. Alright, so the vampiric corruption will go away. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Alright. So, okay, they finally blew it up, but for some reason, they're not occupying any settlements. They just don't seem interested in it at all. Fucking hell, that's so good. Oh god. As long as I don't run out of money, I can't be killed. Alright, can we catch them? We're catching up to them. What I need is for them to blow this up. Because yeah, what they're doing is try to outrun me at the moment. I need to not get detected. They'll go and blow that up, and then they'll be right in range of us. He's too far away to get to canals. So we're fine to reoccupy that. What do you think about the buff to firing in trees? 1 second unobstructed. Yeah, I think it's fine. Like it's good, but at the same time, it's not like it's a massive buff. It's probably going to help multiplayer more than single player. I really don't see it making like a monstrous amount of difference. Not really. Especially since, like, in pretty much every single battle in the past, I have tried as much as possible not to fire from the trees anyway. I don't know. It's fine. There's a new Beastman army near Paraphon. Oh no, I saw it. Alright, that's it. The tech tree is completely done now. Just gotta get myself 5 more amber. You stay there and continue recovering. Alright, I think what I want to do, I'm gonna recruit a lord here. And I'm gonna send her to go and ruin dwell up this way. Oh, they didn't go for it. Will I be covering Throt too? Yes. Yes. But first, look. First we're covering the Wood Elf stuff, and I'll be covering the Skaven last, and there's a reason why I'm covering the Skaven last, which I'll explain at a later date. I'm not going to explain it now, because I just don't want to have to go over and over again. So the Bow of Lauren is, that's actually not too bad, but I don't want Chaos Corruption, so deny it.
These are dark times. Your orders are acceptable.
What the corona? Alright. Alright, now we can jump over this way. I think I'll go take out that other faction, the Bretonnian one. Alright, you sit here, go into ambush stance, see if we can catch him. How many armies do we have now? 13. Right, they detected us, that's what happened. Fuck it, Beastmen are such a bitch faction. Oh no, please don't attack me.
I go forth.
Alright. This is active. Let's, I might have it go and take on Parabon by itself. I want to see how effective this is in Warhammer 1, because it's really effective in Warhammer 2. We'll see how it goes. Divine Phoenix did a $5 super chat. I can never do it, but I've seen people cast magic on walls. Can you tell me how it's done? Love the content as always. Well, it depends on the spell. Not all spells can be cast on the walls, but if you hover underneath the walls for like a bombardment spell or a vortex spell, like put on the ground underneath the wall, it'll attack above the people that are standing on the walls. That's usually how you do it. Thanks for super chat. Appreciate you. Alright, so yeah, that's all good. And that. Alright, we have recovered over here. So yeah, they're pretty bloody weak. It looks as though these guys here have no settlements, is that right? Yeah, they don't have any settlements, but they don't want to ruin dwell. It's kind of weird. Ooh, gems up here. That's interesting. Black orcs.
Going forward.
So this one's gonna come over here just to go and sort out that Blackstone Post. Isn't that where Heinrich Himmler's supposed to start? Alright, let's move on. Why 3 of your army chase 1 beastman? Like his 1 army is better than 1 of mine, so we need 2 or 3 armies to beat him. And I sent 3 armies because I can afford it. Can the vampires even occupy the ruins around them? Yeah,
soul is tethered to our plane through weird and heretical means. Only the Oak's power can hope to break Morgur's.
So yeah, he's just going to keep reviving until we upgrade the Oak of Ages, I think. That's the only way to stop him from good.
It shall be done.
And in order to do that, I need Amber. Alright, based on what I'm seeing there, I'm going to need more than 1 full stack to beat that. Seems like these guys here, yeah, they're practically beaten. But I might go Ruin Dwell this area over here first. I don't feel like Musalon is particularly strong anymore, and for some reason they just have no interest in occupying anything. Funny thing here is that they keep fighting the Beastmen, and it's like they're doing my work for me. Like if we stay on top of them, eventually we'll dig them into a corner and catch them. Eventually. And they're not doing any serious damage to us. And Orion is doing a lot of the ruin dwelling, although his army is actually better than the others. How long until the Oak's finished and you can finally kill that damn goat? Well, I need to get 15 amber first. So I've got to get 6 more regions essentially. So I just go do a little bit more ruin dwelling and then we can do it. So I'll declare war on Parabon.
My journey begins.
Just sending her up this way to go ruin dwell. Same thing over here. Or just looking for easy targets. This doesn't look like an easy target, so I'll come back to that one with more force later.
How can I assist you?
Andrew Moreland did £10 super chat. Still think the Wood Elves should have a Tomb King style army. Makes gold less important. Wood Elves don't care about gold. And means they should have limited numbers. They're rare for elves. Would solve a lot of the issues. Yeah. I'd actually agree with that. Yeah, that would actually make a lot more sense. If, for example, for every tree settlement that you had, that was, say, tier 4, it gave you an extra army capacity. Something like that. Or maybe Amber was gained from... I don't know. There's lots of different ways you can go about it. But yeah, I would actually say that's a good solution. So instead of paying money for their troops, you have to actually build the military buildings to increase the capacity of them. And that would actually force you to have variety in your armies as well. That would work. Yeah, I agree. Have you done the quest battle for Durthu? I don't think I did. Because it required me to recruit a unit that I didn't want to recruit. Where's Tomb King style army? It's where you don't pay for your troops. It's all free. But you've got limited numbers. Alright, time to declare war on Parabon.
What vile filth stands before me?
Yeah, I don't care. They don't even have any force. So yeah, no, I don't have the Sword of Death. I just... Oh, well, the Spear of Kurnos. Have 3 Treekin in your army. Pfft, yeah, whatever. I could have done that, but... Yuck, Treekin. Oh, he didn't move. We got him. I told you we'd eventually get him. He's dead.
For the Cat-Eye.
He's dead. We got him. We got him. Guess they just forgot to move. Good, that ends the bloody cat and mouse crap over here.
Lord of Athelloren. Wise indeed.
Lord of the forest. Onward!
So I think Morgul is just going to keep spawning here. Alright, we've almost got enough amber. I just need 2 more. Oops.
Lord of the Glade.
Keep them together. Move on to them. Just have one army stay in Athelloren for the time being, just in case something goes wrong. Could always recruit a bunch of armies real quick. I think I'll get this one to go and... Actually, just keep an eye on Morgul. He's around here somewhere. Wait, is he? Yeah, he's around. He's weak though. He's going to ambush stance there. We'll just see how things play out.
Proud son of Athelloren.
Lady of the Glade.
Forgive me this stupid question, but is this the last DLC before Warhammer 3? I think there is one more to come. But I think the last DLC is going to be a pre-order bonus. So I don't know for certain, but I feel like in the next 3 months, Warhammer 3 is going to be announced. I don't know. I don't know, but
Orders.
how much more DLC is really left? There's only one other guaranteed legendary lord, and that's a Dark Elf. That we're guaranteed to get one more Dark Elf legendary lord, and then that's it. There might not be any dwarfs, there might not be any new vampires. There might be, but we don't know. Just don't know. Wouldn't it be funny if the last DLC is a Dark Elf versus Neferata? That'd be interesting. Nah, I didn't need that. I'll be down for that. Because they just added the Silver Pinnacle. And the Lamian Sisterhood. I didn't even realize that until I was looking at Reddit. Bet the next DLC will be Skaven vs Skaven. No, I think this is the last Skaven DLC. I think this is the last Skaven DLC. Yeah, no, you're not going to be able to beat that. Oh, they're actually a lot stronger than I thought they was going to be. I'll head over to Blackstone Post. Yeah, they got a big military there. Isn't the roster for Dark Elves full? I don't know. It could be that the Dark Elf Legendary Lord will be FLC, because they don't add new units with FLC. Like, if you have a look at Bretonia, when Repass was added, no new units was added. So if the Dark Elf roster is truly full, there's no more units left to add, which I'm not certain about, they might just add that last Lord as FLC with whatever. The next DLC might be a Game 1 base faction versus a Game 1 DLC faction. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
To war! Anything is possible.
Alright, we just got enough amber. Here we go. Hopefully it just doesn't immediately start it. Okay, cool. There we go. Alright, we should go and finish off Paravon. I don't care if they go and take this back. That doesn't matter.
How can I assist you?
So Morga just sits there. Okay. I'm 90% sure the last Dark Elf is going to be Talaris Dreadbringer. Okay. Maybe. CA said they wanted to bring all the factions to the same level, including the Old World, before Warhammer 3. Personally, really hope they won't announce Warhammer 3 for the next year. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know. No, I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see it taking another year. Like, I am pretty sure that the next big release is Warhammer 3. Everybody pretty much knows it. Fairly sure. Not certain, but yeah, I don't know. Gonna start a new campaign. Please give me a Lord to play. Got all the DLCs. Alright, play as Imric. No, I know. Play as Morgar. No, actually, play as Malagor on Legendary difficulty. There we go, there's a fun campaign for you. Oh, Legend, why would you do that to him? Well, next time you just, maybe, I don't know. Play Grimgore. Yeah, play Grimgore Ironhide. That's a great campaign. I'm the best at sucking dick. Do you know how to expose the game? I've heard the new guy will be broken as fuck. What do you mean? Do you mean Throt? I can't talk about him. Sorry, not yet. I can't talk about the campaign stuff. Him as a unit, it's fine. He's got some cool abilities. He can summon rat ogres as a summon ability, but yeah, in terms of the campaign stuff, don't worry, things are coming. Just trying to play Throg? Ugh, come on, I'm not gonna be that mean. Like, I'm mean, but I'm not that mean. That's just cruel. Okay, that all seems fine. Just staying. I'm curious if Morga will come down here and attack us. I don't know. I'll just remain like this, and we'll see how we go. Don't get me wrong. You're probably right. I'm just saying I'm hoping it won't be, because the longer the game is in development, the better the game would be. Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true, but like. I think everybody's ready for Game 3. And I think... You're right, but the game is already good enough, you know? Like, they've actually reached the point where the game's so good that their updates are actually starting to make things worse. So... I think the Wood Elf update is really an indication that CA have really pushed themselves as far as they can go with this game. They need to move on to Game 3. There's just not that much more innovation to be had. What's the lore behind your hatred for Throg? I just don't like trolls. I just really don't enjoy playing this Throg. That's all. And people just kind of blew it up out of proportion over time. I wonder if that'll, like, activate him. Not a war with the greenskins just yet. Alright. Alright, let's see how this goes. I'm gonna fight this manually. I want to see how it performs. I disagree. Once Warhammer 3 is released, users and players will report problems and once needs helping CA to develop the game after release. I don't know. I'm ready for Game 3. You know, I'm just saying I'm ready for Game 3. And I feel like a lot of people are ready for Game 3. Some people want it to take as long as possible, and that's fine, but I'm ready for game 3. Now, thing to note here is that the Law of Life, how much wins do we have? 200. Earthblood is no longer, well, is not limited to just 4 entities in this one. So, I will be able to heal them all simultaneously using Earthblood. But it does cost 6 wins of magic instead of 4. Yeah, towers are a lot more powerful in Warhammer 1 than it is in Warhammer 2. Holy crap. Oh, let's test out whether we can cheese the life bloom. Let's test it out. I have to get a fair distance away from them though. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, I'm just going to see if I can do it. Alexander Svetsnov did a 50 SEK super chat. What traits do you want on Warrior Priest for the Empire? I don't think it really matters that much, but discipline's usually what I go for. Thanks for super chat. Appreciate you. Okay. Let's have a look. So it should trigger. Oh, I don't know if that worked. It says here, recharge if casting. Hang on, let me see this. Yeah, you can cheese it. Yeah, you can cheese it. It hasn't changed. Doesn't Earthblood suck in this game even without the 3-unit cap? You mean 4-unit cap? I don't think so. I think it seems to heal about 300 health per entity, which is the same as Warhammer 2. So let's have a little test. Look at this unit here. That healed a decent amount of health. So no, I think that was okay. Also, it doesn't look like it casts instantly, which is fine. So, I would say that this is actually more powerful in Warhammer 1 than it is in Warhammer 2. Earthblood. Because, yeah, I basically don't even need regrowth. And we're taking no damage here. Yeah, this is super strong. Are there no legendary lord defeat traits in Warhammer 1? Nope. No, they introduced that in Warhammer 2, I think. Although I did feel like it was in Warhammer 1, but I might be mistaken. I'm just not sure. Oh, that's right, you get disrupted a lot easier in Warhammer 1. Yeah, that's why you're not getting affected by the heal spell, you're not there. Yeah, that was really strong. Cool. Did anyone else get lag spikes? Yeah, YouTube's having some issues today. It happens. Alright, that's more or less the end of them. I don't need the money. Alright. I'd actually probably get more money out of this now. Because it would affect so many of these buildings. Alright, that's basically the end of the Bretonians, and then we gotta start picking on the greeny boys. Alright, pick a fight with them next turn. And these armies here shouldn't have any problem picking them off. They're not that strong. And we just need to wait 9 turns. Okay. Just keep them there. Cool, and let's move on. How close are we to painting the map? Very close. Very close. There are only a handful of settlements. It's just the orcs. They've got apparently 5 settlements. Apparently. There's another settlement out there. Karak Zor. I didn't see that one. Oh, it's all the way up here. Wait, let me see. There's 3 settlements. There's also Karak Ziflin. Wow, Karak Ziflin's like all the way over here or something. Maybe it's there and here. It doesn't matter. I'm going to declare war on them and start working our way up through it. Morgru didn't move, so we'll be able to get rid of him this turn. But I feel like he's just going to come straight back. Oh, actually, no, I can't reach him. All we're doing is pushing him up the mountain. Wait, you can get there. Alright, Morgru down. So, they've been destroyed, but they'll come back. Alright, it's time to declare war on the Greenskins.
I'm in charge here.
I feel like they're just off. Sorry if somebody asked this. Did you see Mercy the Mad Quick Confed Guide? Yes, I have seen it. What are my thoughts on it? I think it's good. Yeah, it's good. I don't know if that's necessarily what I would do in my campaigns, but you put in a lot of effort to do that for sure. It's good. I mean, it gets you Tyrion on turn like 13. That's good.
Glade Lord.
Alright, that's good. Alright, so I reckon we'll send Durthu over here and then just jump over. And I reckon this army could easily take on 2 full stacks of dumbass greenskins. No DLC units they'll have. So that'll be good. And I reckon Morgru will come back, but maybe I'll send... Hang on, if you could come back here. Maybe I'll send 2 armies to go take Gragut Pass. Because I don't think anyone's sitting in there at the moment. Alright, so they're the 2 settlements. Still no Confederation skill point reset button. Yeah, maybe game 3. We'll see. Alright, let's move on. French YouTuber has revealed all unit in the DLC 1 hour ago. Can't you talk about it too? I can. I just can't be stuffed. I'm not really interested in doing like unit analysis. Yeah, I just don't care about doing that. That's all. So it's not what I want to focus on. Oh, yeah, you can make it.
Lady of the Azray, starting out.
That's cool. A little gyrocopter flying around there. I wonder if the dwarves were ever here in this campaign and the Skull Smashers took them out, because I know that there's where is it? Something in here for dwarf relations. Yeah, because they took out the Empire one, because the Empire's not in here, but I'm just not sure if the dwarfs were here at some point. Any info on the changes, building changes for the High Elves? It's nothing to worry about. It's really not a big deal. Just functionally, it's more or less the same. So it's not even worth talking about. You'll barely notice it, I think. Basically, I think CA just wants you to at least try out some of those units in the White Lion category. So they've made it a little bit more convenient for you to build it, that's all. Because nobody ever recruits White Lions of Grace, really, except as a meme, because it's such an inconvenient unit to recruit. So they've put that in the same category as the Sisters of Avalon, because I always build the Sisters of Avalon building. So now building that one will also enable the White Lion units. You know, it's just a little bit more convenient. So it's like, it's not really a buff, because I'm not going to recruit those units anyway. But it's just, if I wanted to for the memes, I could. That's all. Alright, that's all fine. Yep. Yep. Oh, I know. Why don't we recruit some more tree men? Alright. And that's one greenskin army down. Good money.
My lord,
any other changes besides Wood
Wood
Elf changes in the new region and the High Elves? There's lots and lots of little changes. Look, I'm not the patch notes. I never make videos covering patch notes. So, like, just wait until CA releases the patch notes. Because there's going to be things that I've missed. I kind of, what I focus on is the big meta changes and the overall strategy of how to play things. As for like going through and be like, this unit gained 2 melee defense, and this unit gained 1 melee attack, and this unit gained 1 extra hit point, and all that kind of shit, I never focus on that because I find that stuff to be mundane, trivial, banal, whatever. I'm just not really that interested in it. And if I was to make videos on that, you guys would see that I'd be disinterested, and it would then be a bad video. So, the other guys cover it really well. I'll let them handle that. It's like, whether or not a unit gains 2 melee defense or whatever, something like that, that's not going to change my opinion on the unit at all. Those are mostly multiplayer buffs, because when I'm recruiting armies, I'm not usually even worried about stats. Like, if somebody's got 5 melee defense as opposed to 10 melee defense, I don't fucking care, right? It's usually the unit has some sort of ability, or is used in a certain way, that I can get a lot of efficiency out of them. And it just doesn't even matter what their stats are. Patrick Gray did a $5 super chat. Have you been able to test how the Wood Elf update affects their behavior when controlled by the AI in terms of aggression expansion? I haven't been able to test it out fully. As far as I can tell, it's more or less the same as before. They pretty much... Yeah, look, I don't know. It's... I need a bit more time to test that out. I've just been guessing at this stage.
Highborn.
Just don't know.
I concur. Athel Lauren.
Like, I can't talk about the specific examples that I saw. Just can't.
Elves hunt. Durthu. Bring you happiness.
I did hit auto resolve, but whatever. Did you ask CA why there are parts of the Wood Elf getting nerfed? It doesn't make sense to me. I agree, it doesn't make sense. I usually don't ask them why they did something. I usually just be like, hey, here's my feedback. This is a nerf. If you want to leave it as a nerf, that's up to you, sort of thing. I think the reason why... Like, I can just assume things, because I don't know. I think the reason why they've nerfed the Wood Elves economy is because they want to direct you to play a different way. They don't want the Wood Elves to be played just like every other faction, which I'm totally down for. Totally down for that. And I think it comes down to that they just don't really know what they're doing. No, they know what they're doing. I mean, they don't really understand the ramifications of what they're doing. And that they don't understand Mortal Empires at high level play. That's where I think that they're going wrong. Dave Masbuda did a $5 super chat. Good morning. Alright, thanks dude. Thanks for super chat. I don't need to do this. If you play a new campaign with the Chaos Invasion off, do order factions play without Shield of Diplomacy? Well, they only get Shield of Civilization when Archaon shows up, so I guess, yeah, they wouldn't get that. They do oftentimes ally up before that occurs, though. Because they have an affinity with each other, just naturally. Short of something bizarre happening. Which can happen. Maybe it makes more sense on lower difficulties where most players play. Yep. And that's totally fine. That is totally fine. But I'm not going to drop down to normal difficulty because that's what the campaign is intended on. Really, what Creative Assembly should be doing is making the game viable on all difficulty levels. And if they're like, okay, look, we are just going to make this like more fun for people who play on normal difficulty, that's cool. That's cool. But I'm not going to play it anymore. Sort of thing. Like, I don't care. Because, like, the campaign's doable. Don't get me wrong, it's doable. I just don't find it as fun.
Can I offer assistance? Seeking unseen paths.
Fraxina, Trego. Fraxina.
Do you ever complete a campaign on your own time because you really enjoy it? In my own time sometimes. I don't get as much free time to do that though, because finishing a campaign in Warhammer 2, for example, usually is a pretty monumental task. I mean, there's what, 350 settlements now? It's a lot of effort. And you can't just auto-resolve your way through it like I'm doing right now. This kind of play here is just... You can't do this in Warhammer 2. You just can't. The game just doesn't let you.
Proud son of Athel Lauren. My journey begins.
Yeah. So...
My mirror.
How can I assist you?
You know, sometimes I think to myself, alright, I'm gonna full map complete. And then like 2 or 3 days into a campaign, you know, something comes up, you know, I've got to work on something, and then I'll just forget about a campaign, and then, you know how it is, if you're playing a campaign, and you take a break for like 2 to 3 days, it's like, I've lost interest. That's what it's kind of like with me. I just sort of move on really quickly. I don't have time these days to get stuck into campaigns for months on end.
You need me?
I'm just usually so busy. Rowenja CZ did a 50 NOK super chat. Have you tested the new Chaos Invasion slider? I'm in the process of doing that. I'll get back to you on that. Thanks for super chat. 133 provinces, 344 regions. Yeah, but there's new provinces and regions now with the update. So there's, let me see, if I recall, there's 5 new settlements to the east in the Darklands now. 2 provinces there. There's 2 new woods in the old world and 2 new woods in the new world, which means that there's 4. So there's 9 new settlements in the game. That means unless there's something that I'm missing, there's another settlement that I'm missing. That means that on Mortal Empires there's now 353 settlements in the game. I haven't conquered the whole map yet. So I don't know, but I think there's 353 settlements across. So you said it was 133 provinces, and they added 6 new provinces. So yeah, there's 140 provinces now. Alright, there's only a few settlements we don't own. And the Greenskins have hamstrung themselves because they can't recruit any good units now. James did a £5 super chat. Apologies for the wrong info last time. Chaos difficulty. I take it when you play on new patch you have Chaos at legendary difficulty? Yes. I have it on... I'll always have it on the hardest difficulty. So yeah, legendary difficulty Chaos invasions. If that means we now have to deal with more Chaos armies... I don't know if that's really a good thing. I think that's when the Chaos Invasion comes. I think it's going to make campaigns less interesting, not more interesting. What I would have preferred them to do is actually make each Chaos army more dangerous, but actually have fewer of them, as opposed to just be like, okay, they had 8 armies and they kept losing, so let's give them 12 armies and see how that goes. Because at the end of the day, by the time they show up, I'm going to have Lightning Strike, and pretty much no matter what faction I'm playing as, I can take on any Chaos army with one of my Doom stacks. So it's just going to be more grind, I think, but I don't know. I think one of the big ramifications is the AI Chaos going to go up against the AI factions and actually win? Or are they just going to beat them back like crazy before? Because, for example, the Warriors of Chaos, the Empire and Kislev just would not let them get past Prague. And they would just completely stop there. The Chaos Invasion in the Northern Elves, so the northern part of the donut, most of the invasion force usually lands on Nagaroth, and everybody there just gets rid of them pretty easily. The only time I ever see the Chaos Invasion even slightly successful is in the south, because nobody pays attention to them, easily smash techless, and they kind of get a little bit inland before they meet Itza or whoever's dominant there, and then get smashed. So they might be a little bit more successful in future. But at the end of the day as well, they're still just gonna, like, AI factions are still just gonna ruin Dwell faster than they can possibly demolish it. So I really don't think Chaos can win. They're just fundamentally flawed. Doesn't matter. Like, you'd have to give them so many armies in order for them to win. And then that would make the game less interesting.
His immortal soul is tethered to our plane through weird and heretical means. Only the Oak's power can hope to break Morgoth's.
This is why Lightning Strike shouldn't be in the game. Alright, whatever you reckon.
I'm on this enchant.
These are dark times.
Simon Goldberg did a €5 super chat. As we know, this is not the last DLC of Warhammer 2. Do you believe that Neferata will be implemented into Silver Pinnacle as Vampire Count faction? Look, I definitely thought that Neferata was going to come in. Also, thanks for Super Chat. I definitely thought that Neferata would come, but I thought it should be Game 3. With the Silver Pinnacle coming in, I think it's possible that should be coming in Game 2. In possibly the next DLC wave. Maybe. Maybe as an FLC, or maybe she'll be the frontliner as the Lord. But this could be a red herring as well. Because you gotta keep in mind that Nagashazar was implemented this time last year. And no Nagash. So we'll see how we go. There's no guarantee. Just because CA adds a settlement doesn't necessarily mean that the respective legendary lord that's supposed to go there is coming straight away. But don't get me wrong, I want Neferata to come. Like, the Lamian bloodline is actually one of my favorites. I really like the Lamian bloodline. I think it's really good. I don't like Strigoys. I don't think anybody likes Who here likes Strigoi? Who here thinks, this shit spellcaster and mediocre warlord is actually a good lord to have command my armies? Strigoys. Pfft. Pile of shit. Look at me, I am the Ghoul King. Oh, wow. Alright, yeah, these guys are running out of places to hide.
At your service, I go forth.
Justice for Ushoran. Yeah, I read a little bit about Ushoran's story, and I'm like, like I can sympathize with him. The only problem is that he created a shit bloodline. It's like he's kind of like the little brother that never got the attention that he deserved, and stole the elixir of life because his sister was being mean or whatever. But he's just like, look at me, sis. I'm a Strigoi. Oh, yuck. Yeah, I just prefer if Strigois didn't exist at all. Yeah. Yeah, they're just not good.
My lord, his immortal soul is tethered to our plane through weird and heretical means. Only the Oak's power can hope to break Morgur's hold on immortality.
I didn't realize they put Attila the Hun in this game.
Unthinkable.
You called?
Oh wow, look at that. So that's not great. I'll still win. Aren't Strigois the madman in the attic that didn't go mad? That's a lot of money, I'll do it. I don't know. I don't know a lot about Strigois. All I know is that they suck.
I acquiesce to your request.
Yeah, basically Strigois just suck. That's all there really is to them. Okay, good. I gotta remember to wait, or else it'll actually fight him manually, and it's just a waste of time. We've almost rooted out these greenskins. They've only got one army left.
Proud daughter of Athel Lauren. Highborn.
Yeah, they don't have much left to go. Wait, did we wipe them out? Oh! If you take all their settlements, they just instantly get deleted. Huh, they're gone. Alright. Cool. All that's left is Paravon, and then we just gotta wait until the Oak of Ages is done, which is 4 turns. Okay. Curious to see what's going to happen over the next few turns. So we currently have the entire map. We've got every single settlement. So, looking at it... oh, that doesn't tell us. Oh, what the hell? Is he down there? Let me have a look. Oh, that motherfucker! Most vampires suck? No, they don't. No, they don't. Oh, right, I see what you mean. Right. Right, yeah. You're right, most vampires, they do suck. Yeah, good one. You got me there. Mothballs at a $5 super chat. Legend, is the forest growing as you expand and conquer? Not really. It's not. No, I don't think so. So, where do I find out how many settlements I actually own? Is it... There it is. Alright, so in this campaign, there are 26 provinces and 57 settlements. So that's kind of like... It's a little bit smaller than Shogun 2. A little bit smaller than it. Although, Shogun 2 is not necessarily an auto-resolve fest like this. I fought like, what, 4 battles manually?
His immortal soul is tethered to our plane through weird and heretical means. Only the Oak's power can hope to break Morgur's hold on immortality.
You know what everyone loved about Total War Attila? The fact that Total War Attila just kept... the fact that Attila just kept coming back. Everybody loves that. Who loves that about Total War Attila? That, you know... Every time you beat Attila, he just comes back the next turn. That was the best. That was so much fun.
Going forth.
Sorry, dude. You are not getting out of here. Yeah, try and get out of that one.
Your request is reasonable.
Legend, what are you doing? Don't go in Force March! Force March isn't anywhere near as debilitating as it is in Warhammer 2. Alright, so yeah, if you get every single settlement in the map and build up all of your tree settlements and build up the Oak of Ages, that leaves you with 11 amber to recruit units from. So I can get 11 Waystalkers. Sorry, Waywatchers. If I wanted to. Just 11. Yeah, whatever.
My lord, his immortal soul is tethered to our plane through weird and heretical means. Only the Oak's power can hope to break.
Oh, we didn't wipe him out. Wait, did we wipe him out? Alright, Paravon's been destroyed. Alright, that's them done. Alright, Durthu, start making your way back down here. Alright, well, they didn't move. I guess they recognized that they were doomed.
I am called forth. Setting forth.
Beginning my journey.
Frexina viva. Frexina ultra. Protector of the oak. On my way.
Alright, so I think we've destroyed all the factions at the moment. Oh, okay, hang on. Maybe I shouldn't open that if there's no other factions left. Oh no, Morga's still there. I thought the game crashed for a moment there.
Glade Lord, at your service.
Imagine playing Wood Elves in Warhammer 2 and having access to 14 armies. Army upkeep only 65%. To put things in perspective, army upkeep 65% would be 5 and a bit armies in Warhammer 2. Wow. Those supply lines can get so crippling. Alright, I think this is the last turn for it. Let me have a look. No, 2 turns. Quest battle? It doesn't matter. It would require me to weaken Durthu's army, and while the Sword of Death is good, we don't need it. Alright, well, that looks good. Moving on.
You are imbued with the oak's power now, Durthu. The forest is your strength. Such a power can destroy Morgur once and for all. Go now, march to him, stop his plans, destroy him forever.
So the battle at the Silver Spire. It's not the battle at the Oak of Ages. He apparently exists, but I don't think he actually has any forces. Oh no, there it is. He spawned over here. Oh, it's an interesting little spot over here.
Lord of the Asray, the hunt calls.
No fair. Don't count my spawn spot. Alright. You ready, Durthu? Yeah, he's got a Tormentor Sword. That's pretty good. Auto-resolve! Auto-resolve! Wow, Morgan is super strong. Obviously, he'll bring in more... Oh, look at this. We get reinforcements as well. Yeah, that's fine. Is Durthu really so weak he needs the Oak's power to kill Beastmen? You don't understand. You need the Oak of Ages to be revived in order to kill Morgur. Morgur is a twisted being of chaos who keeps reviving no matter how many times you kill him. You have to break the enchantment. It's not a case of you can't actually beat Morgur. Morgur just keeps reviving.
Stand strong in the face of adversity. You have the strength to stop Morgur. Let the horn of Kurnus blast one last time in triumph, and rid the world of these foul creatures forever.
Oh, yeah, I remember this battle. I remember I was at CA. Oh, I remember this one. Oh, it's been such a long time. I remember when I was at CA. Oh, this was 4 years ago now. And, they made us play this battle here. And we had no idea what to expect. And by we, I mean the other Total War guys. And some of them lost it on the first try. I didn't. I won it on the first try. But only just. Because, yeah, Morga is like basically immortal. But so am I. Because if I have a look here, they've got 95% damage resistance, aura of transmutation. Yeah, and if you have a look at Morga's resistance, so he's got a lot of missile resistance. Yeah, you can do that every 20 seconds, and last 60 seconds. These guys here usually lose, but it doesn't really matter. We need to focus on Morga. Oh no, I've only got 220. Morga's protective aura is weakened. Attack him now. Yeah, but it's only going to last 20 seconds and it took us this long just to get here. And doesn't he regen? Oh, he doesn't regen in this. We can still damage him. It's just 1/20th of normal damage. You saying chase up the cliff? Yeah, I saw it. Right, we gotta get them all together. That way they can fight a bit better. Because of this delicious ability. Let's see, we've got... Oh, that doesn't provide as much Winds of Magic as it does in Warhammer 2. Interesting. Alright, we're doing some damage to him. Just gotta grind him down. It's not like these guys can do anything to us. But eventually we'll run out of magic and regen, so we do have to try to get him. But once we get rid of the Chaos Spawn, it'll be a lot easier to snipe him. Alright, Jets, if you can come around over this side, I can use this ability here, which should do a bit better. Get in there, quick. Okay, he's going down real fast. He's actually about to break. That was tough, guys. Whoa, we almost lost some health there. Alright, speed this up. Yeah, we really needed the Sword of Death to win this one. Holy crap. Tough fight. Alright, look at that. They're still doing the Morgul thing. They're still bringing in more reinforcements even after Morgul's gone. It's a good map though. I do like it. Alright, are we done here? Alright, I've done my end of the bargain, and our allies are kind of losing, so now we have to go and help them. Right, let's move. Oh no, they're actually winning. Yeah, that still boosts them. Oh, there's this Chaos Spawn left. Yeah, worst thing about this army is just slow. Can you play this map in Warhammer 2 multiplayer? I don't know. I'm not sure. I would assume so, but I don't know.
Does rage still beat in your heart, Durthu? Even now, with Morgul consigned to oblivion and the world returned from the brink? Does war still drive your mind? Your dreams are disturbed by voices that speak of your failures, but mark this amongst your successes. There can be no greater victory. You were roused from slumber to achieve this, to defeat the evil that threatened the deep wood. Perhaps now you can rest again. Your sorrow is boundless and anger all-consuming. Sleep now in the forest's arms, ancient Durthu. Let fitful and restless sleep torment you until you are woken again.
Well, there we go. I'd say there was a couple of moments at the start there where I was like, You know, they had us at the first quarter, I'm not gonna lie, but as soon as we got one or two of these extra tree settlements, our economy just went through the roof. And like, I just got so much money. 14 full stack armies out there. That other army that was there disappeared. Why wasn't this campaign included in Warhammer 2? I don't know. It just, it wasn't. I guess, yeah, I don't know. You gotta ask CA that. Now we gotta ask the question, what are we gonna do for the next 2.5 hours? I'll tell you what we could do. We could call it a day here. I know it's only a short stream, but tomorrow is gonna be a fairly big day. And I've still got a fair bit more work to do. If you want those 20-turn guides and Legendary Lord comparison videos, I gotta do some more work. Show diplomacy screen? I can't. Look, it's gone. It's we can keep pressing end turn, but it doesn't do anything. We just accumulate money. That's all it does. Yeah. Is tomorrow DLC day? Play the normal campaign? Look, if we play the normal campaign, we'll only play it for like a couple of hours. We'll barely even get started. Vermintide. Play CK3? Don't own CK3. Show diplomacy screen? I can't. It's unfair you can't talk about the other units and the others can. I can. I just don't want to. I don't have anything to add to it. Like, I just, like, talking about units and stats and shit like that about units, like, I don't have anything interesting to add. Like, I'm not gonna make a video for video's sake, just because I can. It's just, if I wanted to, I could make a comparison of all their stats, but I know that the other guys were gonna cover it, and I'm just not looking to overlap on that, you know? So, that's why I didn't make it. Like, if you want to see information about the new DLC units, like, check out what the other guys have got to say about it. They're better at making those kind of videos than I am, so I just let them do it. Press enter until enter to overflow. What, at 1 billion? Wait, no, 2.14 billion. No thanks. Let's disband everything and try to overflow money. No, that won't work. No. Look, we've got 1 million now. It would take 1,000 times, no, 2,000 times this amount. It's not going to be worth it. Quest battles? Nah. I think what we'll do is we'll just a short stream today, okay? And we got a big day tomorrow. I'll tell you what's coming on tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a first 20 turn guide. It'll be a premiere. Hang on, let me just check. When is it starting? It's starting exactly a day from now. Anyway, I'll have you get the notifications of it, and then after the 20 turn guide, then we'll be doing a Vortex campaign as the Sisters of Twilight, which that should be interesting. And then shortly after that, because on Thursday I will be doing D-Live, which will be a Cetra campaign. Can you show the new units in Moment and Custom? I'm in Warhammer 1. Yeah, look, I'll go into Warhammer 1. Like, the DLC does not apply to Warhammer 1. Alright. Oh wow, look at the options here. What else? Yeah, we don't have the DLC units on this. Give us some great turn 20 guides and legendary comparisons. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I think it'd be best if we just call it a day here. Let's chuck somebody a host. See who's live stream. We'll just have a short one today. And yeah, we'll have a big day tomorrow, I guess. Let's see here. Alright. Who's live streaming at the moment? Alright, let's chuck the host over to Mercy the Mad. He's currently live streaming. He's got 8 people watching him, and he's currently doing Werewolves and Trolls Throg episode 4. Alright. And I'm gonna get an early night so that I can be fresh for tomorrow. Because I don't want to make a big screw up like I did with Talson. That sucked. Anyway, here's a link to Mercy the Mad stream. Go and chuck him a sub. He's almost at 1,000 subs. If you can get him to 1,000 subs, that's step 1 towards getting monetized, which will help his channel out. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a short one, but you know, I don't see the point in starting anything new. Alright, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later, fuckers. Bye.